to the Everwind Chronicles. We are a group of friends and storytellers telling you a story through D&D. I'm Doug, your DM. I apologize for the late start today. We are working through some technical issues, which happens. So just bear with us, and we are going to make the best of it we can. And we'll be good to go. So, jumping back into things, the party had just finished killing a necromantic cult, including Vander, the brother of Belladonna, the necromancer that they have been sort of dancing with for this whole campaign. They then travel back to Elduin after they had found the elf Sithris, who was a Fey elf who apparently knew a way back into the Feywild so that they could then take the girl Sylenna, who they had rescued earlier, into the Feywild to be adopted, hopefully, by being known as the Sapphire Queen, who is the adoptive mother of Sithris and Storm, and hopefully soon to be Sylenna, if they can make it there. So the party goes back to Elduin and takes care of some business in the city, including getting a very hefty reward from Lady Sithris, who they promptly give to Loppe. At least the really expensive thing. They have an encounter with Hadressa, including the reintroduction of Loppe back with the party. Loppe, who had apparently been spreading songs and poems and rumors and such, talking up the party throughout the land, such that the people are effectively on their side, yet the upper echelon of rulership still some controversy about what the party is doing in the land and how much they've kind of turned everything upside down. So what that's also done is made Elduin sort of a tinderbox of just ready to explode. As the king has begun summoning the army finally, but not really to attack the necromancer like everybody wants him to do, more to defend the city from the necromancer and also from his own people, as there are more and more protests and people getting restless with the king who's not doing anything about the threats to the land for the past year. And so the party decided to lay low, because if the crowds or anybody saw them and recognized them, they might try to drag them into some sort of revolution, which the party decided they didn't want to do. And so the party did their thing in the city, visited a few people, then returned to Hadressa for a second meeting where they had found Hadressa standing kind of off to the side, looking out over the river at this little meeting place in the shacks and sheds that make up the area outside of the city wall. They find her kind of standing in between one of those in like a little bit of a covered area, looking out over the water, facing away from them, as two of the kind of very large, fierce-looking feline creatures with tentacles growing off their backs prowl around, one black and one white. The party then is reunited with Sylenna and Trill, who's been watching over her for a while, the apparently very competent rogue. And as they're having their reunion and kind of talking and that sort of thing, there comes a moment where one of the beasts suddenly growls loudly and swipes out seemingly at nothing. and there's a sound of a, and then over across the little clearing area where they are, they see suddenly a fox appear, suspended in the air, and slowly, apparently being crushed by some sort of invisible force. And we're going to pick things up as as this happens. You see the two beasts start to run towards the fox. You see Trill shove Sylenna behind him in front of the, like, up against one of the shacks with a dagger drawn, kind of crouched and surprisingly looking anywhere but the fox, while Hadressa has turned around and is looking straight at the fox. As you hear, so what I want you to do real quick is, I know a couple people shouted toward the end of the show last week, but whoever is trying to shout, I want you guys, this isn't technically starting battle yet, but I want you to roll an initiative roll to see how fast some things happen here.
Like all of us?
Whoever was shouting last time, like,
okay.
Is this just
I rolled a 20 total.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that it? Is you the only one?
I rolled 11.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So, okay. So, you beat everyone except Hadressa.
Sounds about right.
That tracks.
I'm always second fiddle to Hadressa.
So, what ends up happening is, as you, let me see my dice here. As you shout that, it's you shout as fast as you can, quite quickly realizing that you do see that this fox is indeed Briar and is now suspended in the air, being crushed. And you hear a crack, several cracks and pops, as his like legs are, like, he's suspended about a foot off the air, and his legs are like shoved into his body, and you just see his eyes closed, and like a little, just like a little yip escapes, but that's all he can get out, as he has no air in his lungs. As he takes 22 points of force damage.
Oh my god!
So just to repaint the picture, do we not see what's crushing him, or is it one of the black and white things?
It's like an invisible force that he's
Okay.
like just suspended about a foot off the ground, like his limbs crushed into him, and you just see him being compressed.
So
in the air.
Briar was invisible as well, but then became visible.
Yeah, as
being
this
crushed.
happened. Yeah.
Okay, check. I'm with you.
As this happens, Asura shouts, and you see Hadressa, like, her eyes dart to Asura quickly, and you hear her go, "Tsk," and the two beasts stop like on a dime, instantly. And you see her you see her just take a finger and put it up again, like up towards one of the darkened doorways. I do not like uninvited guests. Explain.
We did not know he was coming. I'm sorry. We would have told you if we had known. And I'm like running to him and like picking Briar up.
He is a friend.
You try to at first, and first you can't move, as she is like staring you and this fox down for a moment longer, and then you feel him release into your arms, and you hear him just kind of gasp, like kind of panting, and that was unpleasant.
I'm so sorry. You should have told us you were coming. And I'm just gonna take him over to Stoic or.
I'm gonna walk to there and cast Healing Word.
Okay, thank you.
Oh no. Is that a friend of yours? And it's a 1d4 plus cast spell. I haven't casted a spell since months. Months? Where's my spell casting modifier? Where's that?
How do I do this?
It's somewhere.
How does
My
this
charisma,
work?
right?
again.
It's my charisma, right? It's my charisma
Yep.
modifier. Cool.
Should
So
be
it's
Yes.
1 + 4. So you get 5. You get 5. It's better than nothing.
5 points as you see him recover a little bit, but he's obviously still. You see him kind of favoring one of his paws and a little bit, and
Crack my fingers. I'm like, sorry, buddy.
It's thank you, and I'm gonna bring him over to Stoic.
I'll take it. You just cast heal on him though, right?
Just one
for 5
tiny
points.
healing spell.
Stoic will take Briar, and he's not going to waste any spells.
Dirty
I
assholes,
will try.
all of you.
I will try a medicine check to see how bad Briar is. Like,
Okay.
I think he's in risk of dying or beat up.
Do a roll.
Nat 20.
Yeah.
All right.
Shit.
Whatever.
Here we go.
The best medicine
Um,
there is.
You can so after checking him over, you can see he at the moment doesn't seem to be dying.
It's 26 total.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't seem to be dying. He seems to be like one of his front paws is his left front paw was injured. You can tell his like ribs are, maybe still cracked. Like some of the more. You basically get the impression he came really close. Could have been bad, especially if she didn't stop the beasts from attacking him.
Well, fine. If you don't want to do it, I'm gonna go over to Bear. Bear.
So as an owl,
Bear as an owl.
as
So
you
then I
hold-
don't actually know where Bear is.
as you
Because I didn't
hold-
know he got turned into an
As-
owl.
As you hold
Traded
him in
him
your
out.
arms, Stoic, I fly up on your shoulder and then poke you with my talent.
I traded
What
Bear
the-
for that owl.
Traded Bear for an owl?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Pretty cool,
get
right?
it, but we do actually need Bear.
Also, who's that?
So
I would never say it to Bear's face, but I do really like him.
Sithris goes, yes, but it's a really nice owl, and I mean it was a really good deal.
No, that's fair. I understand.
Were
I'm gonna
you
put out my
us?
arm though to see if he'll land on my arm.
All right, I'll fly over there. Then I'll
Don't you have a dying fox in your arm? What's
I know.
going on?
I'm perfectly aware that we are easily sidetracked as our friend is bleeding out.
Like,
Who
an
is-
owl is like the natural predator to a fox. Like, this is not a good situation.
Man.
Listen, we're playing fast and loose around here these days. Okay.
Briar's injured.
Owl.
He'll be fine.
Just come onto my shoulder. But I'm going to come back to Briar and just be like, Briar, why did you come? I thought you were out going to Midreach.
That was some time ago. I went and came back and caught your scent. And
You
followed
were only
here.
gone like a week.
You were gone, no, because it's 5 days of travel there and 5
Yeah.
days back, plus a couple days there. You're gone like almost 2
Oh.
weeks.
Yeah, almost, yep.
Midreach isn't that far away.
Well, I forget how time works. because time is a
It's imaginary time, so
it's
it moves
imaginary.
Sithris understands. So
Why are
Briar
you
says,
back
yeah.
here?
Well, I found out, it's at least what I could find out. The new Duke has cleaned up much of the castle and everything, but I was able to find someone who didn't freak out instantly when I talked to them and learn a few things.
It's a little challenging when you're a little white fox.
And it was her. And you just hear this like profoundly sad tone of his voice.
Then that means, and I'm going to look at Sylenna. Briar, I want you to meet somebody. Sylenna, this is our friend Briar. Briar, this is Sylenna. I do believe this is her daughter.
They told me she had a daughter. As he is like looking at her like intently, he's set me down.
I do.
Sylenna doesn't seem to be reacting. She's just sort of like watching this interaction as this fox limps up to her. You can see him kind of like holding his paw up, but as he walks over and gives her a sniff. And could it be? You have her eyes. And you smell like autumn, like she does. My lady. And he lowers his like front paw like down in a sort of bow. And Sylenna sort of like looks up at you like kind of confused.
Briar is, I don't know what you are referred to as. You are her companion, her ward, her charge, her...
Companion will do.
Briar was the companion of a important Fae. She was the Autumn Princess.
Yes. Hadressa, Princess of the Autumn Court.
Hadressa. And it is believed that Hadressa was captured by Duke Polton. And that you are her daughter.
If this is... You can just hear him kind of like getting kind of choked up, almost like emotional, like he just... You have no idea how long I've looked for your mother. But I swear this, I swear my service to you now. For the rest of my days. I shall be your companion as truly and as faithfully as I was to your mother. And Sylenna just kind of looks around a little bit awkwardly, kind of looks at Trill, and she just, thanks.
I was hoping there was more time to ease into this conversation, but apparently, time does not work the way that I thought it did. Briar, did you determine that Hadressa was gone, or she is just not in mid-reach anymore?
She's gone.
And that would make Sylenna the new princess of the Autumn Court. Or is that not how the monarchy works in the Feywild? I don't know how the monarchy works there.
I'm not certain. It should be, but to be frank, we haven't had a transition of power in one of the Fey courts, and well, I'm not even sure if it's ever happened before. And if what we suspect is true, then she's only half Fey. And I'm not sure how the other courts will receive an Autumn Princess that is not full Fey. And Sithris says, oh, well, we can always deceive the rest of them. They don't need to know.
Speaking of Fae, Hadressa, full disclosure, we have a pixie companion that sometimes just pops up. Just want to be upfront. She could be here, she might not. I just really would rather you not crush her.
Storm, who is there and present, is just like,
I thought she went invisible.
I'm right here.
All right. Sometimes you pop out and you pop back, and I really, we've lost you once. I'd rather.
She was with us.
Do it again.
Hadressa, I am sorry for the surprise. We did not know that Briar would be even coming back anytime soon. We thought Briar was on a much longer journey of discovery. And Sylenna, I don't know if I should apologize for this information, but I'm sorry that it had to come so abruptly.
It's fine, I guess. She looks pretty just like doesn't know what to do with any of this information.
Absorb it at your own pace. But I guess then that doesn't bear the question of if you want to still go to the Feywild with this information that you know now, and to whose court are we going? The original intention was to bring her to the Winter Queen, to basically bring her into the, not the Winter Queen, the
which queen was like, get it straight. The Sapphire Queen is not the Winter Queen. That's
Sapphire Queen.
Really separate.
You have too much hierarchy and too many queens and other people of import. You have too many courts. Okay, your is a very complicated crowning system, and I don't fully understand it. The Sapphire Queen.
You know how many kings and queens there are in this stupid realm?
Lots, and I listen to none of them.
There's only, well, maybe 5 in mine. All right, I don't want to hear it.
It's just now that she could potentially have a court of her own, or at least part of a court. Do we still take her to the Sapphire Queen to be adopted, or do we take her to the Autumn Court?
Either way, we have to get to the Feywild.
Briar says,
yes.
I don't I don't recommend that we go straight to the Autumn Court until we know what is to become of all of this. Like I said, I don't know how the rest of the Fae will react. On the other hand, there always has to be an Autumn Princess. I don't know. But I know the Sapphire Queen is known for wisdom. And I don't think any of the courts would dare bother her if we are in her area. So she might be the best bet. For now.
Gentlemen, I have a question. Well, Loppe. Friends, I have a question. The last time we sent Sylenna and the children ahead without us, we saw the impact, and it was brutal. But we are at a crossroads at the moment because we have an important mission that could potentially lead us to an entire other realm. But there is still unrest here, and the threat is still growing in our own backyard. So, what fork do we want to take?
Perhaps we can see them to the, I don't know, portal. Sithris, how are you traveling back to the Feywild?
Well, magic.
That's my fault. I should have known that was coming.
Yes, you should have.
Yes. Are you able to use your magic here right now, or do we have to travel somewhere to where you can use your magic?
Oh, I can absolutely use my magic right here. Yes.
To travel to the Feywild.
No, not that, but I can use my magic, yes.
Yeah. Where do we need to go so that you may go to the Feywild?
And bring...
In this world, in this realm, where do we need to go so that you can take Sylenna to the Feywild?
Well, there's a place with a waterfall. We'll have to get there.
Is that narrows it down, yeah?
Drastically.
But I think that we should follow this through. That we need to take Sylenna, so she needs to go, yeah? We started in the beginning, we have to see it out. Whatever cost.
Wait, you want... So you guys... Hello, little girl, I don't know you. So...
Hi.
You have beautiful eyes. Anyways, sorry, I gotta focus. Feywild? Question mark? Like, I know the intonation was there, but like, I'm gonna put it in words. Do tell more. Like, what's the you guys want to go to the Feywild?
Sithris says, yes, it's the realm of fairies and fey creatures, and it's sort of the opposite of the Shadowfell in a certain way, but that's hard to explain. It's it's a place of fancy and trickery and magic and wonder. If you ever wonder why they call it fairy tales, it's because of this place. It's where we're from. Yes. And he just keeps talking.
And I keep on like, That wasn't my question though. I want to know, you guys want to go there? Like,
Want to take
why not?
Sylenna there?
Isn't there a lot of things going on here?
There is, but
I've been
forces
running a hype
behind.
campaign here, like, and usually you have to like do stuff when you're here. If you disappear...
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's just that we are... You have done an amazing job making us very welcome amongst the citizens of Corandia, and Elduin's people rally behind us. But its people of power do not. Or at least there is a division. And if we stay, we become pawns to a political uprising that I do not want to be a part of. I have no interest in becoming anyone's savior or leader or the messiah of a coming new realm of existence. But I cannot speak for the rest of them.
As far as I'm concerned,
And
taking her home helps us here. Whoever's behind this necromancy obviously wants her for whatever nefarious reason. And the sooner we can get her somewhere safe, it's going to do nothing but hurt whoever's behind this.
Yes, I think
And I'm
we-
gonna pull out the note that Belladonna that we found on that necromancer from way back when. Loppe, we do believe that Belladonna is after her.
I wasn't going to bring up that part.
And if she is the descendant of the Autumn Princess, who knows what that could mean? We don't understand any of it.
Okay, so evil forces after little girl. You guys want to bring little girl to Winter Court in Feywild.
No.
Sapphire Queen's Court. Sapphire Queen's Court.
Sapphire.
Not Winter Court. Yes, I got it wrong. I apologize. Sithris, I apologize. To the Sapphire Queen.
Yes, but that's
Very different. Don't recommend going to the Winter Court with her just yet.
for me. Okay. Bring her there. Hopefully she'll be safe there. No one's gonna follow in the Feywild. And then we have to get back here. Is that it?
You got it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The outline is there. Yes.
Okay, no, I just wanted to have, a plan, a visual, a vision on what's about to play out.
Yeah, the Folly are not so much into plans as we are like general seascapes.
Yeah, no, I
And then we
figured
just
that
kind
out.
of
I figured
play
that
in
out.
them.
It's just I was very confused. There's a lot of new people, and I'm gonna start going around. I'm gonna shake Sylenna's hand. I'm gonna shake whatever his name, the rogue's hand. I'm just gonna offer my hand, start shaking hand. I'm gonna pat the fox because I feel like the paw is gonna rip off. Boss lady, we ignore. Is that everyone? That's everyone. Okay.
Storm kind of pipes up and says, if we can get her to the Azure Grove, then she'll be safe there.
The Azure Growth?
Yeah, it's our home.
Our?
Yeah, me and Sithris and
Okay,
our
that's
mom
two people, and you're okay. Cool. Azure
and everybody
Court,
else.
Sapphire Court.
No, there's no Sapphire Court. Are you crazy? It's Azure
It's just
Grove.
weird.
I'm going crazy. That's for sure. Okay, Azure Growth.
There you go.
Thank you. Sapphire. Finish a sentence, please, because I don't want to make
Sapphire Queen. That's our mom.
Sapphire Queen.
She
and
lives
she's
in the Azure Grove.
Okay. We're starting to paint a beautiful picture portrait. Cool.
Oh, I get it because it's blue. I get it. Because Azure and
Okay, and
Sapphire. I get
Sapphire.
it.
just side note, you said there were 5 court, right? So we have this autumn.
Well, no, there's. she's not really a queen in the same way the others are. The others are queen like Fey courts, like they are part of the Feywild, like they're literally part of it. I don't know how to explain this. Mom's not really part of it.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Um,
Uh-huh. Okay. I guess I'll learn that on the spot. I guess I'll just and you see her like aggressively taking strokes in her notebook and just like
Loppe, I think there's just things about the Feywild we're just never going to fully understand.
mean if you're gonna step 2 foot in there, there's a certain level that we gotta figure out. Because if
Hadressa.
I say Sapphire Court, she's gonna murder me. And probably whoever's out there too.
Well, no, I won't kill you, Storm says. I won't kill you, but I might turn you into a rat and throw you into the river.
So she's gonna kill me.
You can swim really well, though.
I am a good swimmer as well. As a rat form, well, I don't know what's in the. We're getting very distracted.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot.
Well, first we need to find out where this waterfall is. Hadressa,
Any waterfall work?
Yeah.
have you heard any rumors of a waterfall and strange Fey sightings or anything of the like?
Yeah, you know how to get there, don't you?
I do not know of this particular place, but Fey creatures have been appearing throughout the land in the last year or two.
You would have
Is there a
them-
common place where the sightings start?
No. I'm afraid it is not that simple.
You've been to the Feywild, haven't you?
Yes, but not via this route.
Well, what route did you take?
A place far from here.
Hmm.
Is there a way to extrapolate Fey sightings in conjunction with very prominent waterfall regions? I mean, obviously it's going to have to be along one of the rivers.
Sithris interrupts and he's like, I don't understand. I told you I can get us there. What's the problem?
But you just said that there was a waterfall. Do you know which waterfall?
Yeah,
Where,
pretty sure.
where it's at?
Sure.
Okay.
We've asked you this
Confidence of
before.
an
I just
actor.
want to point
Like
out,
it.
we have asked you this before.
And I have always told you yes, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a person who doesn't understand time, won't be able to tell us exactly a point where we need to go until she gets there, yeah.
I
Well,
think it's more of a feeling, less of a.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know when we'll get there, but, we'll get there.
That's all the information I need. Let's go on as a journey.
See? Finally someone who knows sense.
Says the Chaos Wizard.
Yep. And
If we're about to go on a crazy adventure into a realm none of us have been, or at least none of us of this plane have been, we are about to leave a lot of loose threads here for an unknown amount of time. And the numbers are still climbing, and I'm referencing the documents that we found in that catacomb space under the under Lessa, where we had those documents of the body count rising of the dead. And I think if we are about to be gone for a piece of time, we need to know, one, that there are still people out there hunting her down, going after these cultists, and have the knowledge to be able to go and act upon these things, because If we are missing for any period of time and we have been the primary antagonists to these cultists, I don't want to let them gain more power while we are not here. I think we need to... Empress is going to know because she's going to talk to her men in Lessa, and they have all of the documentation and information. She's going to find out very quickly what we found because we spoke to them. But I think we also need to talk to Lord Greenwood. I think we need to let him know too. I think they need to be allies in this because together they have the manpower and the finances.
I nod as best as I can.
I really wish Bear was here. I mean, the owl is beautiful, but I really wish Bear was here.
I jump up and down your shoulder.
This is a very aggressive owl.
You just have to rub like in the back of like the neck. They really like it. I think it was a good trade.
I'm just gonna...
I'm asleep.
Oh, it's so cute. I really like this owl. This is a nice owl. I don't... That is my 2 cents. That is my thoughts.
I don't know what immediate action we can take here. I mean, we stopped one of the cults. We ended one of their rituals, but we still don't know what we don't know. And right now, there's no immediate threats that we can address other than keeping this girl safe.
No, I want to go. I'm not suggesting we don't. I'm just saying if we're going to be gone and they're not going to be able to contact us, allies need to have the information to be successful. We can't do this alone.
No, I mean, we need to let what few allies we have know what's going on. And that's, like you said, Greenwood, King.
Well, do we want the king to know?
I'd feel better if he did. Regardless if he does nothing or does something, at least we know he's has as much information as we can give him.
You do realize that aesthetically it looks like we are siding with the king.
Opposed to who?
As opposed to the people.
Well, I mean, we can't just dethrone a king. Oh, well, we could, but I don't know if it's the best route. Right now,
I already dethroned a criminal organization, and what was put in its place was even scarier. So,
my point exactly.
Not dethroning a king while there's undead.
Yeah.
Just everywhere outside. Because if you create more chaos, like at the very moment, you know, chaos is always a little bit good, but like at the very moment, if you create too much chaos while there's threat outside, it gives them maybe too much of a wide open door.
Instability in the streets, chaos in the sheets. I completely understand.
Don't get me wrong, I am excited to see revolution and see history unfold, but yeah, timing? Also, if you guys need to convey a message to some people, my face is not on Viva la Revolution posters, so I can just walk in town.
We're on posters.
Oh, stoic.
Trill,
The theme of the campaign. Oh, stoic.
I can go
Trill.
messages.
Trill also says, I'm sure we could get some messages to people. Which gets a sidelong glance from Hadressa.
Thank you, Trill. I think we're going to need to get some information into the hands of Lord Greenwood. He has been a powerful ally this whole time. And he has also provided men in situations in which there was a need for a little bit more heft behind action. I do we need to send another message to Empress? I mean, her men down in Lesson, though. Perhaps we can get Greenwood and Empress into some sort of, I don't know.
Whoa. Are you okay with that, Valen?
What?
You need a message to Lady Empress. I volunteer to go see her.
I mean, I never stop progress.
Hadressa, you're pretty versed in the way of the court, are you not?
What do you wish to know?
Is there anyone of high standing that may have King's ear, more so than Lord Greenwood and damn, I can never say her name. The Duchess Sithris.
As time has gone on and fear has built in his mind, the king has further isolated himself, yet his weakness causes him to be self-conscious. And so he seeks advice from his advisors, but often does not listen. I would not count on his aid, but I would count on any message brought to him explicitly to spread.
I just know that
So then we
have two people on our side that are in the King's circle. He doesn't listen to them. I was hopeful that maybe there was at least one person who would try to bring to our side. Help.
It sounds like we need to be a little bit underhand in how we go about seeking power in this time. It sounds like the king is not going to be the best approach. So I would say let us talk to Greenwood and Empress about it. Broad strokes, they don't have to know the particulars, but they should continue to fight the good fight. And we will be back soon. Hopefully. Fingers crossed, I guess.
Is Greenwood in town?
Yes, Greenwood is in town.
You knew he was in the palace.
Okay.
Which is, you also had been warned not to go to, basically.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Loppe?
I had a question for boss lady. So I'm gonna walk up to her, like not necessarily with group conversation or whatever. I'm just like question of interest. So I got from conversation that you went to the Feywild. I also got that time is whack there. How whack?
It is unpredictable.
Shit. So like it's not a rule of time goes slower over there and very fast over here or very fast under here. It's just sporadic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So we could be there what would feel like an hour in Feywild time, if that even exists, and it could be like 10 years over here, or it could be 5 minutes over here.
It is often not quite so exaggerated, but it is hard to know for sure.
Well, that creates some potential problems.
I mean, going from one realm to another one was already
Problematic.
kind of problematic.
Yeah.
And Sithris is like, I don't know what the big deal is. You probably won't be there long. It's not like we have to travel too far once we cross over.
We're just more concerned about the way back. And if we come back to a time in which a lot of bad things have happened while we are gone.
Well, I mean, if you're in the Feywild, then nothing bad will happen to you. Unless it happens in the Feywild. But all the stuff that could happen here wouldn't happen to you, so...
Yeah, but you see, the thing about empathy is that it goes beyond yourself.
So
I've been told. I'm still practicing it. I'm not great at it, but
You got the gist
from
of
what
it.
I've gathered. Thank you. I've been working very hard at it.
So proud.
Storm goes, what's an empathy?
It's a very rare creature. Not many people possess it. It's
Mhm.
invisible. All-consuming.
I want to see one.
And I'm just going to look over at Stoic.
You looking at me?
Oh, stoic.
Look, it sounds like we're all on the same page. We
Yes.
need to get her to the Feywild, but first we need to let somebody of more esteem than us know what we know. I mean, I'm sure if we explain to Greenwood that we have to disappear to remove a piece from the board, then I'm sure he'll be all for it. And we'll help take care of things while we're gone.
Yes. We just need to know that they just need to know that we are traveling to take a powerful force out of
Yes.
play
Exactly.
to prevent her from becoming even more powerful, or I don't even know. I don't even fully understand what she needs her for, but I know that it is not good. Why? And that we don't know the time frame of that journey, but that we will try to be back as soon as we can. And we need basically him and his men and Empress and her men to continue to fight the good fight. In the meantime, go after the
Good.
cults. Okay.
So are you wanting... Trill offered to get messengers. Like, are you wanting to use them to send the messages?
Yeah, I don't think
Probably
we should
wanna go
risk
to
going back
Greenwood's place.
into the city. Yeah, I don't want to risk going back into the city.
Okay, so you said you're going to let him know you're taking a powerful force out of the world. And what else?
That the information about the that will be a bit unreachable for the moment. That the information from Lessa regarding the documentation that we found, the locations, and that Enthris's men down in Lessa have the documents. So to coordinate with her about that documentation so that they can continue to look for the necromantic cults that have been popping up, and regarding the tally of the bodies and how we notice that the tallies are rising. So like that documentation information. And I'm just going to add in there, if there is anything you can give us, any resources you have at your disposal at this moment, before we head out, we could take anything and everything that is available to be prepared for God knows what. We are protecting a very powerful force here.
Also add that Octo is rallying what resources he can, and the Temple of Chaldron is with us in this fight.
Okay.
We are potentially making a very terrifying superpower here. either these are really our friends. Yeah, either these are really our friends, and we are about to make a great like team element of like ecosystem, or we are about to put ourselves in dangerous situations because people are going to know who we're working with, and it's all going to come tumbling down, and we're all going to get murdered.
We're building up the right power, so when we dethrone the king, there's a council that can take his place.
Why would I want to
Our
dethrone
handpicked
anybody? I don't want to be anybody's king.
Not us. We're gonna handpick. We got 3 people we're gonna put on the council.
That's just as
It's gonna be
dangerous
their
as being
problem
the king.
afterwards.
I see. So we're just okay. Yes. So we are now going to become political anarchists. That's fine. It's fine.
We're gonna like dabble.
We're
in
puppet masters. But we're putting ourselves into puppet master position. I don't know if I like this.
I do not volunteer for that role. I would like to stay away from that.
It's a
I do
bit
best in the
tiny
shadows.
Bit too late.
Mm,
Y'all are very much.
That requires the different kinds of magic that I don't possess. Sorry.
Well, I need you to work on it. Read their books. Get caught up on it.
Controlling people's minds. I like to fool them. I don't like to manipulate that way.
Hadressa, do you have a place we can hide while we're waiting for a response? Since obviously we can't just walk about town.
You are welcome to stay in this area. Though I will say, if this girl is who you say she is, it might explain why the necromancer is after her. Or rather, should I say, not particulars of what she wants from her, but if a powerful fey creature falls into their hands, it could be very bad. So any moment that she stays here in this dangerous area is additional risk.
I don't want to spend any more time here than we can. I think we send these documents out. We need information. We need resources in the next couple hours, and then we need to get out of here. I don't think we should be spending any more time than we already have.
What time is it?
It is you're past sunset at this point. It's like twilight.
I just feel that we're safer spending the night here before we go. I feel we would if we just went out of the side of the walls and slept in the woods. We're not going to make it very far tonight.
Right?
We are outside the
Yeah,
walls.
we're just outside the walls. We're like in the
shanties.
the kind of like like the shanties that exist right outside the city gates.
I mean, if you guys really think we'd be better off out in the woods, then we better get going now. I don't see why a few hours and a good night's sleep.
Do we have a direction, or are we just going and hoping that Sithris will?
We've got a compass right there, pointing at Sithris.
It's what I've been saying this whole time.
I'm gonna fly over to Stoke. I'm getting impatient. I'm just gonna poke and poke and poke and poke and poke and poke.
I'll smack the owl.
No!
Finally.
Make an attack roll.
Are you trying to get the hit point so you can get back to your form?
Yes.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's 15 efficiency bonus on that. I'm not using a weapon.
It's your unarmed strike.
I mean, you hit me. I got a level 11 if this is correct.
Unarmed strike is +3, so 18.
Yeah, you definitely hit him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't even matter. He only has 1 hit point. So you just as soon as you whack him, the heavy Goliath form is suddenly on top of you, and like, like you basically go
Damn it, bear.
on top of you.
All right. Ugh. Good lord, guys. All right. Next time I turn into an owl. I love doing it, but don't say you traded me for an owl and then make all these huge life-altering decisions. Like, oh, where's Bear? I don't know. Oh, over here. Let's just make these decisions.
But it was
funny. All right, I'm back. That was fun being an owl.
So many questions.
Yeah, it was really fun, but I need to throw in my 2 cents here too, guys. I don't think we should go to the Feywild. I agree. We should go take Sylenna.
Missed that boat.
Gateway. What?
You missed that boat already.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If I'm part of this team, you don't even make decisions without me.
Back to square one. Okay.
Well, if you had turned me back into a Goliath,
I'm not the one that cast the spell. Be angry at the little fairy.
You told them you traded me for an owl. You were there.
Maybe Valen too. He didn't say
I know.
shit.
He didn't say he traded me in.
You told Sithris to turn you into an owl.
I know. Yeah, and that's fair.
I mean, listen to that sentence. You told Sithris to turn you into an owl.
Both Storm. But anyway, you're right. You're right. I wanted to be an owl. You are correct. But then you guys make huge decisions when I'm literally right there. And you knew the whole time. You didn't say a goddamn thing.
I kind of forgot, gotta admit.
All right. If you don't mind, I would like to say we shouldn't go to the Feywild. I think we should go take Sylenna to the gateway. I'm hardcore on that point, but we shouldn't leave. Like you said, it could be years when we come back.
It could be no time at all.
We don't know, but it could be anything. You're right.
We don't know, but I am not going to not see this through to the end.
Well, the impression Hadressa gave you is like it's not like that's exaggerated. Years is usually exaggerated, but you don't. It's a little bit elastic. You don't really know whether it's going to be more time or less time than you spent there.
Gotcha.
I'm going to go stand next to Sora, who I imagine is standing behind Sylenna.
Oh, I'm
arms crossed, like a mom and dad scene. Just be like, we're not letting her go alone.
Oh my god, Sora has some like internal feelings that she's not gonna say out loud, but like inside she's getting like okay, Bear, I hear what you're saying and I understand exactly where you're coming from, and I am not making this decision lightly. But I once let Sylenna go and let other people take her to a safe place. And she was the only survivor. I am going to see this through to the end. And I'm going to make sure that where she ends up is where she is supposed to end up. I am not going to make that mistake again.
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. I do. But unfortunately, we're in a rough spot where we're responsible. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but I feel like we're responsible for like everybody's safety. If we don't go with Sylenna, she's in danger. If we don't stay in Carandia, they're in danger. Like, we're the protectors.
Yes, I understand that, but right now, we are not entirely welcome in the very place we are trying to protect.
Right.
And I don't think you understand, Bear. I am not ever letting anyone get sent somewhere that I do not know where they are going.
Okay.
Sylenna is not the first time that I have let someone go with someone and I did not know where they were going. And I am not doing that again.
Okay. I guess, you guys are right. But I want to make sure, take better care of what we leave in our stead.
That is why we are telling everyone.
Right, but that is why we are. Let's give it more time. Let's at least see what they say before we, head off. Look like you guys about to leave. I didn't want to be an owl and we're like, oh yeah, let's just go off on the journey.
So you want to wait until tomorrow when you get answers from?
Then let's wait until early in the morning. We'll stay here for the night. But before daybreak, we need to be on the road. We need to be out of here.
Sithris kind of pops up and is like, I don't know what the big deal is about traveling in the Feywild. It's not that far from where we cross to the Azure Grove, and she'll be fine as long as she doesn't listen to any music or chase any lights or go to any particularly dark shadow or Stays away from water and open fields and forests and, things like that.
Oxygen and
They even have oxygen in the Feywild. Who knows?
I don't know what that is, so.
we're going to suffocate
Shining
as soon as we
lights,
get there.
right?
Shining lights, water, woods, land, sea,
No, I have
air.
listening to music, open field, body of water, shining lights,
Mm-hmm.
Dark places.
dark
the
places.
forest.
Touch anything.
Anything.
Right.
Boss lady, do you have anything you want from the Feywild? Like a berry that you ate there that was very good and you kind of like craved the taste since then, whatever.
I went to the
Flesh.
Feywild and all I got was a stupid T-shirt from the gift shop.
Yeah, those
thing,
kind of
Yeah,
things.
we can pick up some tchotchkes at the gift shop.
Like any commission.
Yep.
She says, no.
Yep.
It's hard to find a key.
Any
Hadressa
snack
on.
you recommend?
What'd you say?
Any snacks you recommend?
Whatever you take with you.
Wise. Do not eat anything.
Mm-hmm.
Starve, yes.
All right, so we need rations, we need water, we need packs, we need to be ready to go. So let's
Also, y'all owe me alcohol.
get a bottle of rum and let's get drunk, kids. Like we need to get going.
One more note. I don't suppose you ever heard back from my order, did you, Hadressa?
No, but a member of your order has been seen in the city.
Oh.
I heard the same thing. I heard it from whoever I heard it from. Right?
Octo.
Oh, yeah.
He went looking at the temple children for you. So.
Damn it, guys. I really need to speak with him. I'm sorry.
Do you know who
What? I
who may
don't.
be
but-
looking for you?
I mean, I guess I don't need to, but I feel like I should.
You know who might be looking for you from your order?
Well, I mean, I sent messages out. I kind of want to. I'd like to hear from them before we head off. I hadn't had any contact with them in a little bit.
I
Loppe-
could try to like do some listening in when I go and do some little shopping to the bar, buy some whatever
That'd be
thing.
nice.
What?
You didn't get a name of who's looking for me, Stoic or Hadressa?
I didn't.
I guess, show Loppe my medallion. I guess look for this medallion.
I think a quick sketch. Any description that could help?
I mean, it could be anybody. I don't know.
Well, from Stoic, you said someone was looking for him. Did you look?
I didn't get
look
a
anything?
description.
In fact, just as a reminder, you were specifically told that he seemed to be kind of keeping a low profile, like trying not to draw attention. Like wearing a cloak over his armor and that you're kind of like trying to hide who he is a little bit.
You know,
Well.
still worth a shot.
Yeah,
I'll
I mean,
check
give it a
with
shot.
my contacts and everything. Yeah.
If you can't find him, then that's all right. But I'd like to give it a shot.
Hadressa, do you have any idea what it looked like?
That was not relayed to me.
I
When
mean,
it gets too
he,
late, I want to go.
Yeah.
And
he could help us with our journey too, guys. I mean, that was my order is set up to do.
Oh, I'll look at the party and be like, well, guys, if Loppe's willing, and hand her 10 gold. See if anybody else wants to join me. Bring her some money.
Yeah,
'Cause
give
we're gonna
her,
need we're gonna need supplies.
Oh,
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
why are you giving me money? It's like,
I
oh,
was wondering why-
thanks.
If you're going out,
Oh,
find
Technically, I'm going
Balance.
in.
a few things going in. Would you mind picking us up?
Oh yeah.
A few things.
Val, you've got the
But
the
shops
thing
are
that
mostly
the interest gave us, right?
closed.
Sunset.
Chest.
Yeah, the chest. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting to the hours where some of the shops are starting to close.
Yeah,
so
so
you're
that's
gonna
why
have to
I'm
hurry.
like, what
Yeah.
would we?
Yeah,
what do
I'm
we
just-
want?
I'm
just give her money.
handing her 20. I'm handing her 20 gold, and I'm like, this is also for you to get very drunk.
Yes.
And
Bring us back
I'm not gonna
rations,
be
please.
drunk alone. I'm gonna bring it back.
No. I'm saying
Fucking
that's what I'm saying.
blame all of
Bringing
you
back good.
guys.
Bring back drinks. We're going to have a good time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have 20. Was there anything else?
Well, I gave you 10.
10, 30,
Yeah, I'll drop in another 10.
40,
Oh.
Oh, I have a lot of
40,
money.
40. Last call, 40.
Did we already
I'll
split
put
up
in-
that chest?
No, not yet.
Well, I mean,
Mm-mm.
it was each of us got 300 off of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So go ahead.
I may have already added it because I got a lot of money.
I think I added mine too. So if you
Oh,
haven't,
okay.
go ahead and add that 300. I'm just gonna say we divvied it up
Okay.
and maybe throw
Ye-
the chest into the bag of holding. Why not? You never know when you'll need a chest.
Yeah, I'll throw in 10 more. Loppe.
Get resources, food,
Yep.
gloves. If I can find any.
Sithris goes, oh yeah. And he like kind of rummages open his clothes.
I strike gloves from my list.
Yeah. He pulls out two different gloves. One of them is like, like a short kind of fingerless glove, like leather type glove, and the
Nice.
other one is like a long, almost elbow length, like dark glove. And that's the one for the velvet is the one for your hand that's missing. The other one's not. And he says, yeah, I got you these, like you said. And I know you wanted to lay low, so I stole only half as much from each person. So I was stealing less, so it lowered the risk.
Thank you, Sithris. What an interesting way to look at the situation. Your perspective is always welcome. I'm just gonna take them, and I'm just gonna walk over to Loppe, and I'm gonna be like, add gloves back to your list, and I'm just gonna quietly palm them.
And
I'm just gonna quietly palm these mixed match gloves into her hand. I'm just like, just leave them at the bar, and maybe someone will pick them up.
Oh, sure. I will put the one with no fingers on it. I'll put it on. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. All right. As soon as I can, I'll try to leave for each hide the walls again.
Thank you,
Okay.
Loppe.
So you had rations, gloves. What else on the list?
Alcohol,
Alcohol. Okay.
yes,
Um,
and
Is that it?
information. I want to go through, because I've been in kind of like listening mode for 2 months now that they were gone or whatever. Like, try to talk with some of my sources that I was like a little bit on the low key. It's the order of
Silver
Oh.
Flames.
Silver Flames.
you're gonna have to. So you won't be able to have time to really sit down and actually pursue them because you've only got a certain amount of time of like the shops being open, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna run shops first.
And you also know that basically right now, because of the way things are, that the gates get harder to pass through after dark.
Mhm.
Not
Even to go
impossible, but
outside?
harder, like out or in. Like they're a little bit easier out, but
Mhm.
there's still some. It's just a very delicate time.
Mhm.
So you know you're gonna have to hurry.
Yeah.
So roll an investigation check.
So scared, guys.
You got this. You got this. You got this.
My investigation is not good.
Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. You're smart, you're strong, people like you.
Investigation, where is it? 16.
16.
Great.
Okay. The best you get is somebody did say they thought they saw an unusual looking paladin the other day, but they didn't think much of it. Just like walking on the street. Unfortunately, that's about it.
It was probably me.
No, because that was the same day. You're good. You're good. You're
Oh,
good.
you're right. That was the same. This is the same day. Sorry.
Everything else. So for alcohol and I don't know what kind of alcohol you're wanting.
Expensive.
Well, that's a pretty broad. A city like this, that's pretty broad. You
Not
could
so
get,
fun to be on the other end of Sithris's speech, right?
Yeah, we'll say. We'll say so for the rations, gloves. We'll say maybe a keg of a decent quality ale, and a couple bottles of wine that are of decent quality. Bottle of whiskey, that sort of thing. Probably, if you're going for the good stuff, all together 25 gold.
Sure. Still 25 left.
I mean, you could get better stuff in the Leaf District, but because of the time,
I'm not gonna go up
Yeah.
to there.
Made some good money on that Postmates crap.
Yep. That's still
Yeah. So I have the
convenience
gloves already. I bought a pair of gloves, right?
yeah.
Okay. So I have rations, alcohol, gloves, and do you think I could push my luck a little bit and try to myself have an eye out and try to scan kind of like the crowds? Like
Sure,
the
make a
shops
perception
and-
check.
Roll that natural 20.
I wish. King's size it's 18.
Okay. You don't see anybody who looks, like that. There's still a lot of people. It's not, completely dead, but you don't see anybody out like that.
Tried.
Appreciate it.
I come back with my riches and just like
Okay.
succeeded and failed.
So in the meantime, while she's gone, is there anything else you guys are wanting to do with Hadressa?
I'm going to go up to her and just. I need a better way to contact you with information. I'm just throwing pieces of paper into the streets and hoping that you find them.
You see just the slightest head tilt. That would not work.
Obviously. How I don't know how to communicate with you. We once tried to send you a message magically, but we got blocked. So I don't know how to contact you. How do I do that?
She kind of stares at you for a moment, and then I do not typically like to have such set things, so that makes it harder to track. However, if you leave a message behind the rose bush in front of your new house, I will send someone to check it periodically.
Oh, you mean the Lord's house, or
Your house.
like my house, my personal house?
Yes.
There's a rose bush outside my house?
Yeah, that place we've been to
Small
once.
one.
I've never actually been to my house.
You've
well, I've been there one time.
Yeah, you guys have been there once.
One time.
Yep.
There's no furniture or anything in there. It's still
No.
empty.
Empty houses.
It's like when you buy that house in Skyrim, the first village.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Never go back.
Right.
Okay, the rose bush by my house. Okay. If I can ever get back inside the city.
I don't have anything for Hadressa. I would like to comment, or speak with what's his name, Trill,
Trill?
Real.
and just be like, so, you going with us?
Afraid not. Afraid I've been occupied with this little mission for a lot longer than we anticipated, and I've got some things I've been putting off that I need to take care of.
I want to say thank you. Look around to make sure no one else sees me telling him thank you. This little girl was kind of the start of everything, and she's important to us. And I didn't trust you at first, but well, keep her safe. Thank you.
Well, he's like he's kind of got the same dagger that he pulled out earlier when Briar appeared. He never really put away. He just started like kind of playing with it. It's got kind of a bluish tint to it, and he's just sort of like picking at his glove a little bit. And he's like, well, as far as trusting goes, it's probably best not to trust very many people, if anyone. So can't blame you there. But that little one's not half bad, I have to say.
We'll make sure we see her to a safe place.
Well, I hope so. I don't know much about this Sapphire Queen, except that most of the people in the Feywild won't mess with her, so probably as safe a place as it gets.
Yeah.
As long as you get there quickly, because it seems like things are happening kind of fast right now, so.
It never slows down. And I just walk away from him.
All right. So
Before Hadressa leaves, though, after the rose bush, I do want to say that I still meant what I said when I said I wanted to be like you.
Have you found your reason to fight?
I look at Sylenna. Yes.
And would you give everything for it?
Yes.
Would they?
Yes.
Then keep going down this road.
I will.
As you turn to leave, she actually catches your arm, like kind of gently but firmly, and she says, "Do not ever completely trust the Fae, and have a care. The young bard may be your friend, but if the time should come when she should choose between you and her longtime friend, do you know which she would choose?" And she releases your arm.
Thank you for the insight.
She turns back to look out over the water.
And I'm gonna just quickly grab Trill and just. I think I will be a poor substitute for you.
Oh, no, you're gonna be fine.
I'm not quite as good with a blade as you are. I'm working on it, but
There's more than one thing that somebody needs. I can't offer everything.
thank you for everything. I know you put yourself in harm's way, and I do not take that lightly.
Yeah. Well, I don't normally get missions so pleasant as this one, so.
And I hope you find her, whoever she is.
He kind of gives you a little bit of a confused look.
The one you love.
Oh, I know who she is.
Oh, my misunderstanding. I thought you were looking for her.
No. I just don't get to see her very often.
Well, then I hope you can see her for a little while.
Yeah, hopefully.
It is good to have someone to love.
He he kind of, like, with one swift motion, he like sheathes his knife and walks over to Sylenna. He's like, all right then, guess it's time. You remember everything I taught you, all right? You're gonna be fine. She kind of nods as he like has a hand on her shoulder and everything, and then they kind of share a moment, and then she hugs him. He kind of looks surprised, like awkward almost for a second, for the first time ever. And then he puts her arms around her. He's like, stay out of trouble, all right? Unless you cause it. And she nods. And he turns and winks at Asura, and then heads off into one of the shadowed doors.
I cannot help see the professional. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but I imagine the entire time those two were together.
He like goes and drinks some milk, you know.
He's just carrying a plant.
Like,
Well, it looks like we're bunking down here at least until the morning, yes?
What's Briar doing?
He is like sitting at the moment, kind of like licking one of his paws, but you can see him kind of like leaned up against Sylenna's leg. Right. Like he has not left her side for a second.
So I walk over there, and I'll put my hand on him and heal him for 15, whatever.
Okay.
Sorry.
I was fixing to do it now that I know we're staying here.
No, it's valid. I understand it. I mean, it's an asshole move to do, but I understand it.
I'm really low on spells, y'all, and I was so scared that we were going to go into some shit. And so I'm like, fuck him. He's alive. I'm good.
He's good enough. Whatever.
Briar literally saved Bear from dying. Briar literally caught Bear in midair to teleport him back to ground. Otherwise, he would have fallen to his death.
This is why if he died, I'd bring him back. But he's not dead.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm also kind of like hovering around Sylenna. Like, I am not willing to travel too far away from her at the moment.
Okay. So as you guys you kind of settle down. Hadressa turns and disappears into one of the shadowed doorways as well. And as you guys are kind of, I don't know what you're doing, but you're just kind of hanging out in this little square area. Eventually, after a while, you just happen to notice that your dark vision works through the doorways now.
Interesting.
And as far as you can see inside, they're empty.
Well, if there's somewhere I can go away from everybody, I'd like to play my violin if I could, only if no one's around to hear it.
Yeah. It is a little area, and they do tell you to kind of stay within that little area as much as you can. Basically, they're gonna like try to keep people away from that area.
So I can't get away anywhere.
Yeah, there's a little shack. Like there are a couple of shacks around there. You could go inside one.
Were we inside one of the buildings? This
No,
whole
you were in
time,
like
or we were outside.
No. You were like in like a little square, if you will, like a very tiny square, with like buildings around. And then like there's an area that was kind of covered a little bit that she was standing under. A few different open doorways, kind of facing into this square. That seem to be just empty shacks.
I'm gonna look for the one that looks like the largest of the buildings that like kind of we were told to stay within, and basically
Sure.
like start setting up camp for the night.
Yeah,
like,
it's
within that building.
Maybe 10 by 10. It's still not very big, but yeah.
Enough for at least everyone to get inside and be warm for the night. Because.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So you do that as Storm disappears again. Sithris looks bored. Eventually,
That sounds about right.
Eventually, the guy that you sent to Idrith came back, and he walks up to you and he says, "I delivered the wood."
Thank you. I appreciate that. Was there any message?
Well, I lugged it up on there, and he said, I said it was from you. He said, did she finally get tired of scaring crows off from crops? I didn't know what to say to that, and then he looked over it, and then he said, is she trying to ruin my fun with a guilt trip? Then he said, well, I have to admit, with a piece like this, it's working. Then he said, very well, I don't think Velik or somebody named Palessa would leave me alone if I didn't accept.
Yeah.
And he said, fine, tell her to be careful of the guard that Colonel Oak's got it out for her.
That sounds about right. Well, I mean, yeah, he's the reason they're out for me anyway, so, it serves him right that this guilt trip is working. And I am glad that Velik is on my side in this. They make such a handsome couple, though, don't they? Idrith and Velik, they make such a handsome couple. I am so glad they are partners.
If you say so.
Thank you again. I appreciate that. And I'm going to hand him 2 gold.
He pockets them quickly and turns and walks off. All right. So as you guys settle down for the night, and eventually after about an hour and a half, we'll say, Loppe returns. And as you guys settle in for the night, we're going to take a break. So we will we'll take a break for about 10 minutes and then come back to continue on.
Oh my goodness.
There.
Yeah, I know. I'm feeling all the feels right now.
Okay. So we will be back in a few minutes and continue on. All right, welcome back. Hopefully had a good break. So getting back into it, you guys settle in this kind of empty square and shacks for the night. And
We're all taking watches, by the way. We're all taking watches.
Yeah.
That is happening.
I'm not taking watches.
And this is favored terrain. I know I'm not a ranger, but this is favored terrain for Asura. She knows slums.
Uh-huh.
This is where she was made.
Okay. Okay. So the evening actually passes without incident.
Woohoo!
Stays
Thank you guys,
strangely quiet in your little corner of the shed area. The
In my own little corner, in my own little chair.
yeah. So so the morning comes. The same guy kind of comes and leads you. Assuming there's nothing else you want to do, he kind of leads you back to your wagon and the area.
Did we hear anything from Greenwood? Did we get any info back?
He says they weren't letting anybody in the palace, so we had a little bit of trouble. We will get him the message, though.
Who? Oh, Greenwood?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, gotcha. I was like, don't talk to the king, but Greenwood. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you.
We will get it to
Well,
him, one way or another.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I was just hoping he'd have some fancy rich things to be able to give us, but it's fine. We're just going to fly by the seat of our pants. It's what we do best.
Right.
Very attuned to my item.
Yeah, we can say that. Yeah.
And I don't know anything about it.
We didn't we skipped 2 mornings, so there's no occasion of me talking to it. So
Okay. So you guys load up into the wagon with the crate.
Should we leave this spear, guys? Do we need this anymore?
I don't think it's gonna be useful in the Feywild.
We're not just going to leave a body out here.
We're going to give a proper burial, yeah. This is all right.
Well, the big thing is that this body needs to be
Burned.
prevented from returning.
That's fine, yeah. That's not a problem.
I can arrange, the guy says, I can arrange for body disposal for a small fee of 50 gold.
I want to see the body burn.
Yeah.
I'm not letting it out of my sight.
Couldn't we have done that before? Like, couldn't we have done that in the night before? Like, we kind of like skip. You know, like I wanted to tell Bear that I couldn't find his guy. I wanted to bring, alcohol to everyone. And like I just want Loppe to have a time to like kind of mourn. Like that was the excuse of like drinking and everything. It's just like she could let go.
Can we retcon a funeral?
Yeah, that's kind of like what I was seeing was like kind of that moment where she just like she understand he was a bad guy with the answers we got and everything, but she kind of still need to like, and I would feel bad just to let someone else like, oh yeah, just dispose of that body that I haven't seen in years. Kind of want to burn it myself.
Yeah, that's what I was asking, if there's anything else we wanted to do.
Yeah, but that's what I like before sleep.
It's fine. We can kind of rewind for a second. So back into the evening, as you return back and see everybody kind of settling in. What do you want to do?
I got 25 leftover gold.
Keep it.
Thank you.
It's fine. I know I stole more from this whole thing.
So on par.
I got your glove.
Both reactions.
I got
thank you.
rations for everyone. Bear, I couldn't find your guy. My sources, they've seen someone at some point that was kind of whack, but didn't notice anything more. I couldn't see anything.
Well, that's all right. I appreciate you trying. I guess they're
They're
being very
keeping low
secretive.
profile. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing a low profile for a reason. Hopefully, he'll find me. All right, but thank you for trying.
No worries. And I got ale, and I got whiskey, and I got. And it just takes them out. Like.
Did you get any storm breath?
No, I didn't go that far. Also, I
Alright.
don't think the 50 gold would have covered.
Good point. Oh well.
We'll need to become investors, Bear. How about that?
Hmm.
I said we'll need to become investors in it, you know, get shares in it.
Yeah. Have like little storm breath events, like giving out free bottles. To everybody.
It's 100% not what that means, but you know what? We'll talk business strategy. We'll talk about business strategy another day, okay?
My guy will talk to your guy. We'll set it all up. It'll be fine.
We backed up the night before, right?
Yeah.
All right. We're redconning. Stoic would like to sit down and meditate and pray for an hour.
Okay.
So after he spends an hour praying, he wants to get up and go to Sylenna. And are you ready for this?
Ready for going to the Feywild?
Yes.
I think so.
You've
More ready than I used to be.
grown up quite a bit through all of this. And I'm going to reach out and put my hands on her shoulder, and I'm going to ritual cast ceremony. That's what I spent an hour for. And I would like to cast coming of age on her.
What is this?
It catch a humanoid who's a young adult the next 24 hours. Whenever that target makes an ability check, can add a D4.
Oh.
Every ability check for the next 24 hours.
Well,
There is a literal spell called Coming of Age?
Dude, I can marry people, y'all.
Well,
They can-
Stoic! I wish you had asked sooner. I would have gotten a nice dress.
All right. As you cast it, you can see her just kind of stand up a little bit straighter. There's no like lights or any kind of fancy display of magic, but you can see she kind of reacts and kind of feels something. She says, "Thank you, Stoic."
Here for you. I don't know what.
All right. Very nice.
I guess I'll go over to. I guess we're like in the middle of drinking. I'll pour 2 glasses of whatever we're drinking at the moment, and I'll sit over to Loppe, hand her a glass. So, how have you been? What's your past 2 months been like? What are the highlights basically? What you been up to?
I mean, I've been in the city, been around, talked a lot with people. I sang. I heard a lot about you guys.
Yeah.
That's basically what I was doing, is keeping tab on whatever I could hear. Yep. It's not as interesting as all of what you guys did,
Oh,
for sure.
I'm sure not as complicated either, though.
Kind of glad, because I would have been very scared anyways. Wouldn't have wanted to be in that wacko's territory. Holy shit, I'm glad he's dead.
Uh-oh, Kotak?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that guy was whack.
Yeah. He's dangerous for sure.
Again, I've seen whack people. We were, a bar troop. He was
Yeah.
deranged.
Yeah, he did not make anything easy. I guess you heard about our dealing Like how we had all the soldiers' families captive.
Yes.
Yeah, that was whew, that was a difficult night.
Like I said, glad I wasn't there. Is that mean to say?
No.
Okay.
I'm kind of on the same boat. I wish you were there to help us, but I'm glad you weren't there because, like, it is definitely it's a trying time on all of us.
Still can't believe we fought a dragon.
Yeah, you were there for that though. And that was fun.
It's so surreal. It's so surreal because I left my tiny farming life with my parents that love me very much to go and have fun. You know, we're just like road trip. Woo! And then I found like a family, you know, when we hung out and everything, and then it turns out, and then we kept on going, and then I had weird dreams that I never want that feeling again. Holy shit. People in my head. You know, and then I found you guys, and then found him. Oh. Give me a second.
Alright.
I'm just gonna chug the rest of the drink. Just gonna be like, Okay, yep.
You want another?
Yep, please.
Yep. Go in and I'll refill her cup.
Yes, Morocco. Should we burn him?
We should do something with him. I guess we'll leave it up to you. What do you think would be the most respectful way to deal with this?
There's no more respectful way going on here, I think. I think that's too late for that.
I mean, culturally, burning bodies is the Karandian way.
Yeah. From what I understood, he was taken, so he probably wasn't doing things on his full-on accord. If I dare think, he didn't have the bracelet that we all had. So that makes it a little bit easier to swallow. But if we can make it that nothing can take it again, you know, from beyond, that would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, no, we can arrange that.
I mean, we gotta do that now, I think.
Yeah. Stoic, do you mind helping me get that set up?
Burn him?
What?
Burn him?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I guess we'll take his body in the crate, move him, I guess, in a safe area and put some twigs and stuff inside the crate.
Well, dress is gone, right?
Mhm.
I know last time we talked to her, is there like a table, like a big table and chairs and stuff? I know there was in the last location.
Make an investigation check. There's not one immediately visible, but
I mean, we can just take
I
the
don't see
crate
shit.
apart and make a bonfire.
I just really wanted to set him on Adressa's table and freaking light that shit on fire. Okay, that's all I wanted.
yeah, no,
Arson!
she did not have a table this time. She was just kind of standing
Damn
there.
it. Okay, then yeah, I'll help you. I'll just find whatever's around.
As we're gonna like burn him, I don't know how, like, when that's gonna go on. I know we can't make too much noise either because we don't want to be a like flashing target, but like I'm still gonna quietly sing a very low song that sounds like a melody. You guys never really heard it, but it was something that has meaning. You can feel it has meaning for Loppe.
Mhm.
Should we maybe take him out to the forest, a little bit away from civilization, from people. Might help avoid questions.
Far. We shouldn't go too far.
Just
We
be
just
careful.
disguise this as a bonfire since there's a crate. We have alcohol.
Yeah. Just ignore the smell.
All
Fine.
the burning flesh, you know. it's
Yeah.
cool.
We should probably go. We should probably go Zelton's insane forest for this. Yeah.
I mean, we don't have to go too far. I
Yeah.
just would help maybe avoid questions that we don't particularly want right now.
Then can I do a quick scouting ahead to see if there's kind of a little area someplace that would be quiet and appropriate?
I'd help out with that.
Out in the woods.
Just a little ways out from. Well, see, the thing is,
Sure.
why can't we just set a bonfire right here? I know it'll smell like dead flesh being burnt, but like
We're outside the city. We're
It's
Yeah,
Shantytown.
like,
It might not be the only
weird
scent of dead
weird
flesh.
smells. Yeah, weird smells are a thing. And we've got that little open space right there in the center of this little like pod.
Yeah, well,
You
fine
know,
with
setting a
me.
fire inside of a place, like inside of a.
No. So like we were in this like little open area, like a
Okay.
little courtway, and then there was like some buildings around it, is what we were told, correct?
Gotcha.
And then there was like over to the side, there was like a little awning area, correct?
Yeah.
That would help with the obscuring the view.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, and we'll say for the record too, you're able to find some old furniture and just pieces of wood and different things like that around, so the fire's not gonna be a problem.
And I can use thaumaturgy to keep the fire, like the light, I can keep it dimmer. So we're not like blazing into the ethos, but I mean, we were just told not to leave this area, and I don't want to just start wandering out.
Hmm.
Is there a hesitation, or are we doing
Oh.
this?
No, I
I
Oh, we're
think it's
done.
fine.
works for
Party,
me.
so
Easy. Are you able to assist with the fire?
That's really just a question. and I'll snap my fingers and yeah, I'll cast a firebolt.
bolt
Never
or
seen
ball?
Easy cast a fire
Bolt,
spell
not
before.
ball.
Okay.
Bolt.
Want to make sure the enunciation was
cantrip.
clear on that. Oh, we're gonna keep it really going.
Yeah.
Oh, I got this.
I got
That's what I was hoping for.
Light the entire community on fire.
That's why I was like, easy, come on, buddy.
the whole
there
city
was a
down.
fire in the shantytown today. No.
the whole shanty town burned to a crisp.
Extra, read all about it.
Yep. Oh man.
Okay.
News
So,
Channel 11.
so you guys gather the wood and kind of make a makeshift pyre as best as you can, and lay Vander's body out on it. As Easy casts Firebolt and lights the fire. As you see the flames slowly take over the pyre.
I'm gonna use
And begin
thaumaturgy to
to-
keep the light dim.
Okay. Begin to overtake Vander, and as you begin to smell the burning flesh of his body, as Sylenna steps forward, as Loppe sings, she steps forward and she puts her hand out to the fire, and suddenly you smell, like the smell shifts into a smell of dead leaves and burning cedar and a little bit of something spiced.
Fuck yeah, Sylenna.
She steps back solemnly as you guys are now. You have the smells of autumn around you.
I'm gonna take my arm and drape it over Sylenna and just kind of keep her close.
As you can see, her eyes are kind of like a deep, dark purple at the moment. As you watch and have the moment as Loppe ends her song, and you sort of watch as the pyre slowly consumes the body until, eventually there's just embers and ash. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
When the fire finally dies down and it's just ash that's left, I want to scoop up what was left. And I'm going to go to Loppe. I was going to take this down to the river and send him into his next life. If you would like to join me. I did not hear you. Hey, sorry.
Sorry, it's there's dust.
Yes.
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm. We can go down to the river.
Okay.
Given I
I'll
have
take
a
it.
couple drinks.
Yeah. I'm gonna take a drink too, because gonna need it. And I'm gonna take it to the end of the river. And in Infernal, I'm gonna say I wanted to say Mishai Hulu on your back because I love Dune, but something to that effect. Basically, like may the sands or may the ground take back what it has been borrowed, in essence.
I understood nothing.
And it was just
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you just see Loppe keep on crying, having a great time, drinking some more, just letting things be.
I just let the ashes go where they go.
Okay. So you pour through blurry eyes and the warmth of alcohol, you see the ashes get scattered onto the water, swirling and spreading as the water or the current takes them.
People are gonna drink that. It's very weird.
Well, good for protein, I guess. Maybe some fiber.
It was not, he wasn't thick. He was on the slim side, He was a little shithead too.
I will take your word for it.
Yep.
He was a different kind of shithead when I met him.
Yeah, it wasn't like Bella, she's eccentric and everything, but he wasn't a shadow, but always had a snarky remark. Or he had something to say. It was funny.
Well, that was still true.
I don't know if I'm glad or... Let's go back to the group. Let's go. Keep on drinking. And then I'm going to crash in someone's bed. I don't know whose. And it's going to be my bed. And I'm going to be someone else's problem.
I'm 100% like, Sylenna is like, I am practically like spooning Sylenna, and like my tail is like hooked into her ankle. Like I am like protective mother bear Sylenna.
All right, DM, whose bed did she steal?
I don't know.
Let's
I don't
see.
know.
Roll for it. Yeah. See what that.
Easies.
I'm your problem now. I don't stop talking until I fall asleep. So like you'll have
Two
to
half
listen
elves
to
in a
whatever the
bunk.
fuck. That's gonna be great. We can speak Elven together.
It's true. We could speak Elvish together. It's true.
Yes.
Smoke my pipe.
I'm gonna ask 100% of that. To be like, gimme. What's in there? What's in there? Is it the good
Oh,
stuff?
so it's the finest. It's the finest pipe weed in all of the Everwood. Yeah. It's quite good, right? Yeah. Okay. It's okay. Okay.
I want to smoke that.
And so you say you're talking for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna cast minor illusion to make it look like my eyes are open. Actually,
I feel like that's real good shit you got there.
Oh, that's so good.
Holy smokes.
That's so good.
He's been doing that since his school days.
that's right. You keep the eyes open, but the body sits still. It's an art of sleeping straight up. You know, sitting straight up when you sleep. But I'm like, at least the first 5 hours. All right, first 5 hours. I'm solid.
Yeah. Eventually I'll come crashing down and I'll stop being your problem. You'll just have to find another bed.
Sounds good. Easy's there for company. All right. We doing watch for night or no?
I mean, we kind of already know how.
Yeah, we already resolved that. I mean, nothing happened.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So
This is last.
And
one.
Storm-
Sorry, I had a closure to have. I'm sorry.
Loppe needed
That's
an
okay.
important closure.
Yep. Totally good.
We did.
Yeah, Storm does show up at some point here, like probably during the funeral, but doesn't say anything. Just kind of,
Storm didn't say anything?
yeah, she sort of
Wow, I'm so proud.
just sort of settles on Sithris's shoulder and kind of watches. So you guys go to bed, assuming you're done. Yeah.
I'm done. Do you have anything else on
Thank
your
you.
checklist, guys?
So you guys get up in the morning and they lead you to the to your wagon as you guys set out, and Storm sort of floats over by Loppe and says, are you feeling better this morning? I could tell you a joke.
I would love to hear a joke, but only if you whisper it.
Do you want to hear a ghost joke?
Are you doing this on purpose, or are you just not self-aware?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, okay, I'll take the second.
So,
Go ahead.
do you want to hear a ghost joke?
Yes, I'm listening.
That's the spirit.
That's really good. That's a really good joke. Why did I not see that one coming? And I take my notebook and I write it down.
All right. So, as you guys head out, one of the things you noticed last night and this morning is like how Briar is staying just like almost underfoot of Sylenna, like will not go more than like 3 feet away from her. And Sylenna being completely like, doesn't know what to do with this, this animal that suddenly won't leave her alone. As somebody who's not used to being paid attention to, honestly, most of her life, this is kind of off-putting. But as they, after a while, they both load up in the back of the wagon as Sithris kind of drapes himself across the driver's bench again, and it is just occasionally talking to whoever will listen and stuff like that. Eventually, you notice Sylenna finally, turns to Briar and asks him to tell her about her mother. And so Briar spends a lot of the time on the road telling her about Hadressa and about stories about her and what she was like and what kind of person she was. And that's how they pass a lot of the time on the road. Is there anything else you guys are wanting to do while you're traveling here?
Like, we're just talking. I'm gonna ask Valen if he has a fucking violin with him. Valen, do you not have a violin with you? Do you not carry one?
The last time I even touched one was when I was in the monastery. I haven't played a violin
and none of you guys have instruments. Like, I'm the only one with instruments on me right now.
Well, I'm not making eye contact with anybody.
Do I
spot that?
Yeah, do I? Okay, so my passive perception is a 17. Do I catch him being like all like?
Do I have to roll a deception on that?
Roll a. I'll let you decide either stealth or deception.
Neither one are good. That was a 13 naturally. So, what is that? You said deception, which I have 0, and what?
Stealth.
It's dexterity.
I think you have disadvantage.
Also,
disadvantage on stealth.
Yeah, I have disadvantage on stealth. So we'll go.
So then we definitely
it's just a 13. It's just a 13.
Yeah, you notice Stoic looking a little bit uncomfortable.
Great.
I get closer to him and I'm like, does anyone have an instrument on deck? Right now, that would be great. Like, especially if like it's a violin or like something with a fiddle.
As I have a horn. There's a concord, yeah? And I bring out the concord. And the seagull comes flying.
Such a good trick.
Is that what she wants, yeah? It's
because
seashell.
It's because I learned that Valen knows how to play violin. And like, I wanted
He
to
knows
hear
what?
it before we get there.
He knows what?
I said, I heard that Valen, the monk, the pretty boy over there, he knows how to play the violin. It is an instrument.
Valen's horse starts falling back just a little bit.
And Sithris is like, why are we yelling? And who is Valen?
You've been talking so much, Sithris. I'm surprised you hear someone else over your own voice.
I don't know who you're talking about.
So, yeah.
I turn and look at Stoic and I go, Stoic, I thought, didn't you?
Shut up, Bear.
Secrets? Secrets.
No. I thought you were a bard.
Yes, I am a bard.
Why don't you have instruments?
I show at my hip the little tambourine. I lift one of my feet up, like I point at the little shaky thing that does maracas songs, and then I take out my hand flute. You heard it before.
Not clackers.
What?
Instruments.
What? Are you? Stoic, I'm gonna pick a fight with you. Those are instruments. They're percussions, but they're instruments.
I pick up 2 rocks and hit them together and go, this
I'm
is
gonna
not an
fucking
instrument.
slap them out of your hands. Excuse me. Are you mocking my profession? My expertise?
I'm just wondering why you don't have a violin. You're a bard, and you're asking for a violin. I would just think you'd have one.
How would I play the tambourine and the flute how can I play the violin?
I'm not the bard. Wait. I don't need to figure that out.
I'm
What
just
do you
gonna
mean?
I'm gonna use thaumaturgy to make my voice just a little bit like more boomy, and I'm just gonna be like, Stoic. Oh, are you keeping secrets from us?
Oh, she has a big voice.
Don't keep secrets from anybody.
Insight check.
Shit.
I have 18 as passive insight.
Roll a deception check.
Yep.
Get out of it.
All right, Stoic.
You're muted.
Oh,
That's
It's a 19, and I know I have no adders, but it's a
Ooh,
19.
a 19.
Hold on.
Wait, can I
Wait,
still roll an
can I-
insight
got
check?
no
Yeah, can I roll?
Roll against it.
Size
14.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 24.
Oh man.
So, Sura, you think he's telling the truth? You know,
Why would my sexy healing hands ever lie to me?
Loppe is very suspicious.
Spill the beans.
Very suspicious.
Spill the beans and spill them now.
Oh, you have beans?
Yeah, probably. I'm gonna look in my rations, see if I have beans. Like a dry bean, I'm just like, check it out, store them.
So, I will ignore Loopy. Ha! And I'll look at Valen.
He has
And just
something. He's
go.
hiding something. Asura.
I'll
He's hiding
continue to ignore her.
He's,
And I will
he's hiding
I will
something.
pull
He
out
lied
the
to my
violin
face. In
and,
my
and look at
eyes.
Valen and go, will you teach me? And I will hand him the violin.
Oh. I mean,
Violin, play the violin, please. I
There
want
it
to hear it.
is.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
I don't know if I remember how to do this, and I put it up to, I get in position essentially, and I'm basically going to try it's kind of like, I guess, a D&D violin version of Chopsticks, like the basic child's version of a violin song.
Like Mariana
Twinkle,
Little Whale.
twinkle, little star.
Exactly.
Hot cross
Same
buns.
tune. Same
Hot
tune.
cross buns. Come on.
Hot cross bun, there you go. So I guess,
do a performance check.
and I do get that my proficiency to this because I am proficient with the violin. So,
Yes, you do.
but I
What
have
a
negative
weird
one.
world we live in.
Yeah, I have a -1 in performance, so this may not end
Oh
well.
no.
So that is a 17.
Ooh.
All right. Very nice.
So as Valen starts to play, at first it's not pleasant. At first it's kind of grating on the ears, and he's kind of unsure. But Valen, as the familiarity starts to come back, you start to remember some of the bowing techniques and everything like that, and you start getting a little bit more confident as you play, and put out a decent play through a relatively simple song, but it's decent. It gets better as it goes.
Start to do a little flourish with it, as I get a little bit more comfortable.
Is that what it's supposed to sound like?
Yeah, but clearly you're not
Somewhat.
a bard, Stoic.
No. But I don't know. I just wanted something to pass the time, I guess.
Yeah, I can show you what little bit of knowledge I have and walk you through some, I guess, basic techniques.
I would appreciate that.
Slowly, everyone here is gonna play music.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's gonna be wonderful.
I think all of us want a multi-class in Bard to some degree anyway.
Yes, I win.
I will let you know I am not so instrument inclined. I very, very, very tried for a very short period of time when I was younger, and all I could do was make clamoring noises. I was not able to make any sort of note come out of it.
Percussion.
I like to hit things, that is true.
You're very good at that too.
I am very good at hitting things.
The Follies would be a good punk band name.
Right.
Would be so good. We're starting a fucking riots in the
Follies!
streets. We're just Make songs political again.
Can't help but see Easy with a scythe in his head, like playing the bass, like the cello. Well, yeah, but on a scythe.
I was either thinking that or like the harp, like what, like we're
The harp. Dude, that's totally easy.
I was thinking like the big harp, like you got.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like a
the
full
big
harp.
one,
Yeah, like a full harp.
Not the little one you, not the handheld, like the
Not
one
a
you
little
got.
liar. No.
String.
We want
Yeah.
a big thing.
No, but he's
And
gonna rock
while,
it.
while we have the band going, I can have Mage Hand like as the conductor, like with the baton.
I just want to be that person in that band that's like just like the interpretive dancer. Like you're like, how are you in the band? Just over there in the corner with like the silks.
Well, we have our next performance whenever that comes up again.
Well, once we save the world.
When the famous Johnsons come back for another performance, we've got that done. Oh, Loppe! Loppe! Wait! We 100% pretended to be a bard troupe in order to do some sneaky and distractions. And we did a pretty amazing performance. I have to tell you this now. Like, it was good.
I mean, we were okay. I don't know if we were like great.
Can
or
I have a reenactment?
Nope.
So, okay, so
Run it by me. Do I have lines? Do you want me to do something?
well, so it was just a 3-person scene, really. But I mean, we
Okay,
should have
okay.
definitely had more. But basically, I was a princess, and Easy was the handsome man to rescue, and Bear was a bugbear.
Okay.
And it was
I mean,
amazing.
I can see it.
We-
I can see it.
Yeah. And then the bugbear kidnapped the princess, and then the handsome man had to save her. But then we like put children in there since it was like a religious order that we were in front of, and we were like, oh, it's
man,
about
commission
religion.
scenes suck to
right?
do.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so we did one of, and it was a good performance. I mean, Bear did drop me for like the umpteenth time, but
I mean,
It
you
was a
gotta
good
stay on
performance.
brand somewhere, you know.
yeah,
That was
it was
hard.
very on brand for Bear. It was very on brand.
That was part of the script. That was the story. You said drop you.
I said put me down. I didn't say drop me, but that is fine. He also let me go like head first, as opposed to putting my feet down first, which I realized was not a very practical way to do this, and I should have explained that like feet should go before heads. But you know, I just assumed
Well, it
that he had
depends
walked
in
long
what
enough in his life.
situation, but yes.
Asura gives you a very knowing look. It's like, Anyway, it was a great performance. But what was really fun is we all had to be different people before the performance.
Yeah, that's
So
what
it was
usually
really a
acting
layered
is.
performance.
Yeah.
But we were all like, and I was Minth, and they were John and John, spelled differently, obviously.
It's a bit confusing though,
and-
yeah.
Well, listen, name design was not something that I was like,
Okay.
I panicked and I was like, they're both named John. And then we were the famous Johnsons, because obviously John and their two sons.
Clever. Clever.
Thank you. It was a true stroke of panic. And yeah,
That's how
and
you
we
make
did it.
art. That's fine.
Yeah, and we did that. That was a thing we did. Oh my god, that was a thing we did. We did that. Oh my god.
I mean, I can add that to the songs. It's gonna be so good.
No.
Yes. You have no
No.
control over what I write.
No. I'm saying don't tell anyone that was us, because in case we ever have to go undercover again, that is a legitimate undercover thing we can do.
Okay, but like, what about spread the words about the Johnsons? Okay,
Yeah,
like without it
no.
being you, but like
Yeah.
you're gonna be more valid because people heard of that troupe before.
That would be amazing if the Johnsons could be a legitimate troupe that people are talking about.
Anything can be a bard
With
troupe these
no
days, you
connection
don't
to
need
the Follies.
certificates anymore, no exams, no pass, no permit, no anything. Like people just fucking go. You know?
Well, listen. It was obvious that we were a community production at best. Like, it was very obvious that we were just some people with a piece of paper and a strong will to succeed. It was obvious we were not any sort of legitimate bards.
Those new bard troops. Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah. It's very experimental.
When did I think that our D&D party would have something related with Hannah Montana? I mean, come on. We're all really Miley Cyrus.
So like, okay, no, but like, yeah, okay, I can go off from that if we make it back alive.
By the way, Asura,
Hmm.
I made up somebody yesterday.
You made up somebody yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I became Joe Alwyn the farmer.
Apparently it was convincing.
Yeah. Got you in the door, didn't I?
Not at the first one though, huh?
Yes, I did. That was me.
The first one?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You
I
were
don't think so.
failing. You went up there, and he was like looking at you.
Excuse me, I was perfectly on pitch.
Yeah, I saw his look. He gave you a look. Wasn't working.
Sithris is just nodding.
Are you within arm reach? Because I'm gonna punch you.
I'll like gallop a little bit out of your way.
Oh my god.
Get you next time, Johnson, John, whatever.
Joe.
Joe
Joe.
Johnson Jingleheimer Schmidt.
His name is my name too.
Oh my god.
I'd very much like to see this show.
Yeah, me too.
We will do an encore performance for you all.
In the court? Wait a second. Give me a second.
Oh, I am not
third
performing
row?
for any Fey royalty.
Are we? Y'all are gonna be jesters.
What?
Oh,
won't that
God.
be
What?
wonderful?
Oh no, that
Stoic
is
is
that
rubbing
is
his
terrible
temples.
idea. That is
Aren't
not-
you glad you have a bard on troop now?
It was definitely the
Listen, what we could do is we could do like the Eternal Troop. We could form a bard troop and go around the Feywild trapping people with our enchanted songs.
Okay,
And
first
keep them
problem.
forever.
First problem. With that idea, I like the enthusiasm. We need to go in and go out. We don't have time. Even though you don't understand the concept of time, we need to go in, do the thing, and go back here. But I like the
I
enthusiasm.
don't know if it's going to work as well here as it would there.
You never know if you don't try.
I'm down to try that, yes.
Yeah, but you can try that thing alone on your side, and we're gonna do the other one on our sides.
It's not much of a troop if there's only one person.
Well, figure it out.
I mean, I've pretended to be a bard before, but it's not the same.
No, you can find other people to annoy. Meanwhile, it shouldn't be too hard for you.
Well, yes, that's fairly easy.
Yeah, exactly. So why do you need us for that?
Because I want to enchant people for all eternity to be my audience, and that works better with a troop.
Yeah, well, you'll figure it out without us.
Maybe just without you, because obviously the rest of them are in with this plan.
Of course. Keep on being delusional. It suits you well.
I don't know what that means.
That's okay.
Yes, it is.
I'm just gonna go on record. I don't like the whole band plan. Just putting that out there.
That's okay, Ben.
Thank you.
Are we there yet?
That's a good question. Are we?
Are we there yet?
Aren't you leading
No,
us?
It scares me that
Sithris,
you
I
asked that
swear to
you
God.
asked that question,
Yeah.
Sithris. That's a worrisome question coming from you.
Oh, no, I was joking.
Of course you are.
Insight check.
Oh my god.
Don't even have to insight check that one.
Did it say?
Still gonna do it.
Feel pretty confident.
14.
You have no
Okay.
idea.
Can I roll? Can I-
Everyone seems really honest with me
Is
today.
everyone gonna roll their insight? Can I? Give me a second.
I don't have good insight.
I rolled mine, and I
18.
believe every word.
Rolled a 14. Not good.
Yeah, no, I mean,
No one knows.
you don't really know.
Shit.
what's going through his head.
Shit. Well, he kind of gave us a sliver of what he was planning. It's as much as we have to go off from.
Stoic's got a 21 inside, but he doesn't give a shit. He's not listening to him at all.
He tuned out, like he was like volume down.
I love that the most insightful one of us is like, I don't care.
I'm gonna pull up to the wagon, which I assume is where Briar is.
Yep.
And I'm like, Briar, you have no idea where this waterfall is, do you?
I'm afraid not. It's been a long time, and I don't know that I came through the same way.
Oh, how did you get here?
I used some power that was left in the Autumn Court. I can't get back the same way. This seems to be more of a fixed thing.
So how many, do you know how many gateways there are to the Feywild? Like, is that a thing somebody could know?
I don't know.
Any signs we could be looking for? Like, is it high up in the ground? Is it like near magical artifacts? Is it a city? Anything?
Well, I mean, he says it's a waterfall, so I imagine at least part of it is high.
Oh, yeah, that actually helps.
I don't think a thing like this would have clear indicators, or there would be a lot of travel or a lot of undesirable crossing.
Right. Okay.
I have a feeling we're going to have to trust him. For what it's worth, he did used to represent his mother to the courts. He seemed to know how to get around there.
Yeah. No. I know. Just, I don't want to be walking in circles. I like to have some kind of idea where we're headed.
Now, we haven't gone in a circle yet.
And this is true. Yeah, just galloping along. Pensive.
Storm kind of flies up as you guys are talking and sort of obtrusively listens.
Not subtle.
Not
Just
sort
like-
of way.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm sure he knows how to get there, okay? He's probably just nervous.
Why would he be nervous?
Well, because we have to go through the Glade of Knowledge.
We have to go to what?
The Glade of Knowledge.
What is the Glaive of Knowledge?
It's our mother's library.
Oh.
Oh, the librarian.
No, library.
No, but there is usually a librarian at a library.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what that word means, but...
Well, didn't you say that there was a woman who watched the library?
Yeah, which would be why Sithris is nervous.
Yes, because he's
Why?
going to see his little friend.
Yeah.
Is there like a thing there, like Sithris and Valen have a thing?
I'm now fully invested in that story. Yeah, what's up? What's spill the tea?
She says loudly, "Hey, what, Sithris, tell him about Lyric."
Lyric.
Yes, Sithris, tell us about Lyric.
Yeah, who's Lyric?
Person, yeah?
Well, it's no big deal.
Is he blushing?
Yes.
Insight check.
It's like, oh my god. Do do you need me to play you in?
I rolled
no.
a natural one, by the way.
I mean, yeah. So you still just kind of are like befuddled by him a little bit, but it's also a little bit
Everyone is
obvious.
incredibly
like-
honest with me this day. No one has lied to me, deceived me, or otherwise swindled me out of particular pieces of information.
We never lie to you, Asura.
I know. Nothing but truth.
Mm-hmm.
I'm great at playing people in. That's what I used to do, like, as my job. So,
Well-
like, tell me what's the cue? What's the story? Like, give me a little bit of backstory here.
You probably don't need to play anything because she sings. So she sings for herself and her voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like the song of a bird, except more elven and coherent.
That sounds lovely. I do have a question. With all that lovely and flourish and love sentences, weren't we supposed to not listen to any music?
Well, yes, in general, it's a good rule, but some music you can listen to and some you can't.
Okay. Is that one safe to hear for normal people, aka not Fey people?
Storm goes, not for him.
Not for him. He's clearly love Storm. He is enamored. He's like, that's beautiful. That's great. That's a weakness.
I'm like 100% like having Storm sit on my shoulder so we can gossip.
But I mean, for us,
I don't know if I would say love. I mean, that's a bit strong and also not strong enough. I mean, I don't know. She's how can you describe her? Her personality is a bit like mine, yet, different enough that I don't absolutely hate her. Like all great romances.
That wasn't my question, though. But I'm super
Sorry,
glad
what?
to hear about it. That wasn't my question. My question is it safe for us to hear?
Well, of course. It's one of the most lovely sounds that has ever been lovelied.
I believe you. You speak from the heart. This is wonderful. Are we gonna be trapped there? Like at the entrance from the get-go?
Well, no. Shouldn't be. At least not as long as you don't touch anything.
Okay, don't touch anything. Like that fable, that story, we go in the treasure place, we don't touch anything. Y'all don't touch anything. Cool.
We'll look at
no,
easy.
that's
Don't touch anything.
I'm looking at
In
you,
the
sir, as
library
well.
full of books.
Sounds like a great place to just sit down for a while, yeah? I mean, who doesn't have a book to read just for a moment?
Okay, don't touch anything. Cool. Anything else?
Books I can touch.
Books? No. And Storm goes, yeah, we're not supposed to touch Mom's books. Like, she doesn't really let people touch them. I guess there's lots of stuff that could do lots of bad things. Or good things. Or just stuff you're not supposed to. I don't know. She just doesn't let anybody in.
You know what?
Lyric
Easy, I
watches
think I'll
it.
tie your hands again. But not with my scarf.
Just don't make the
But
knot
we
so
should
tight.
probably tie your hands again. Just in case.
Easy really wants to look at these books.
That's why I have like
Really?
gut feeling is like we're gonna bring out the role play and you are trapped there. You do not touch the book.
Yep.
Listen, it's gonna be fine.
Coming from
You're not gonna be able to take your eyes off of her anyway. Like, she's wonderful. She's wonderful. Like I said, her name is Lyric, and her
That's very
name
nice.
means the words of a song, which
Yes.
explains a lot.
Yes, you're teaching me a lot of things to me, a bard.
Yes.
And you're
It's-
telling me we're not going to be able to keep our eyes off of her
Well, yes. I mean,
because she's lovely or because we're going to be forced to do that?
Because she's gorgeous. Her hair is like long, like it's like one whose hair is like long, thin strands of something gorgeous.
Yes, those are hair.
Sithris is so good at poetic metaphor. I just like cannot believe
Yeah.
how skilled he is at spinning such beautiful, intricate language. It's just, it's like watching a master at his craft work. It really is.
She's a lucky Fey thing to have the eye of such a poetic
Being.
savant.
Well, I have to practice.
I thought it sounded great, Sithris.
You would, Bear. You really would.
That's fine to me.
Okay. I just want to be sure we're not going to be enchanted first thing in the Feywild. That's my primary concern.
Listen,
I'm
I
listening.
really don't think you have anything to worry about, Poopy.
He is really an awful surname, and I would wish for you to re-roll that. Can you make it go through a workshop again?
Workshop for what?
Just find me a better nickname.
Nickname?
Oh god.
He genuinely doesn't know what your name is. I just want you to know that he does not know.
And he does not care either.
Call me Loppe.
That's what I said.
You were almost there. But I understand that it's very hard to chain hard words all in a sentence. You kind of use them all on a lyric, and it's it's noble. But be careful not to use your brain too much before we get there. I want you to have the best impression you can leave.
I'm sorry. What? I lost.
Yeah,
I wasn't paying attention to what you were saying.
Kind of figured that out. I'm so sorry. I'll go
Sithris.
next time.
Sithris, I have a quick question for you. What color are her eyes, Lyric?
Oh, her eyes, they're like jewels, which are like precious rocks.
Yes, what color? Which color?
The color of something green.
Like an emerald.
Yes.
I'm gonna
They're pleasingly round.
I can't do that. I'm going to change my eye color to a deep emerald. Like a deep, rich emerald. Like this?
Well, sort of close. Yes. Except without the whole devil thing elsewise.
I'm going to have you change your words very quickly. I would rather you call me a goat than a devil.
Oh, I forgot.
But anyway.
Goat. Yes, my bad.
Yes. That's
She
fine.
is not at all any goat.
No, I know.
No part of her that is goat. I have to.
Yes, she is nothing but loveliness and green eyes. Yeah. I got that.
Not a hair of goat.
That's
But
fine.
you said she had hair already.
Unlike you.
Yes, I want you just to focus on the eyes. I want you to focus on the eyes. Don't forget the rest. Just focus on the eyes, okay?
Kind of hard, but yes.
Kind of want him to focus on the road.
Well, I'm the one driving. Don't worry. I've been the one driving this
These
whole time.
horses know where they're going.
I want you to focus on the road then.
Keshi knows what she's doing. I want you to focus on these eyes, and I want you to tell these eyes something about them. Yes? We're working on your poetry. So your eyes are like the deepest emeralds, rich and pure and full of love.
Yes. Your eyes are like emeralds, and people like emeralds.
You're gonna fry his brain beforehand. Don't
know.
do that.
I know. I like this is fun. I like to fuck with him just a little bit.
Me too, honestly.
I'm going to then. I want to quickly look over to Stoic, and I want to change my eyes to Stoic's color eyes.
Stoic doesn't even notice you. The entire
I know.
time
I know he isn't noticing me, but I want to change my eye color to Stoic's real fast.
The entire time
what
this
color is Stoic's eyes
conversation's
again?
been going, all you hear is.
I love it.
No,
I love the serenade.
You put your fingers this way. No.
Wait, what color is Stoic's eyes again? Danny, what color is Stoic's eyes again? Are they brown?
I have to look. I think green. I'm not like a greenish because he's gray.
I think they're gray.
It's like the only colorful thing on him, I think. But
okay, well I'm gonna.
So
they're gray.
Documents, meanwhile.
I know, right? I don't remember. I don't remember what you said at the beginning. So we're gonna say gray. His eyes are gray.
Sure.
I need you to tell me. I need you to tell me.
I'm trying to go back and look.
It's your character.
Oh, you know what?
When you don't deal with your backstory for like 9 months, you're like, things.
Yeah.
It's not even
Thank
backstory.
you.
It's just his aesthetic.
Thank you.
I know what every hair on Asura's head looks like.
Oh,
including the stray one back here.
Even that like little gray one that came in early that she plucks.
I'm pulling it up now. I'm not sure. I will let you know. I don't even think I wrote it out.
Right? Go look at the picture.
Well,
they're black in the photo. They're black in the picture.
Okay, then he has black eyes. Like,
Okay.
Canon now.
Okay, then he has black eyes, and
Canon.
I am changing my eyes to black.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, like while looking over at Stoic, even though I know he's not listening to me. I'm like,
so
your eyes are like onyx, dark, mysterious, sad, but they hold the whole world in them. And then I change my eyes back to the natural color. You know, something like that.
See, so like taking some sort of like part of a personality and tying it in.
Yes, like a color and a personality. It is a very simple formula that can create a very honest, so long as you believe it, truly believe it, not just like you're saying it because it's a formula. Like it comes from here.
So, all right. So she's very sweet, really. So your eyes are like emerald donuts.
It comes from the heart. It's okay. It's okay.
Donuts are very delicious pastries, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I like where this is going. Yes, so long as again, it is something true to what you believe and what you feel, and it lets them know that you are caring about them and that you are paying attention to them.
I would never lie.
That is 100% true, because I have this whole time rolled very low on insight. I believe you. You would never lie. No one that would ever lie to Asura. Asura does not have trust issues because people lie to her.
You know what my brothers did for all their wives? They would go and get...
Were there 7 brides for 7 brothers?
No, there weren't 7 of us. There's only... Well, there were 7, there was only 4 brothers. But anyway, you get some cattle. You find the mom, and you bring her a bunch of cattle and say, "May I have your daughter's hand in marriage?" That usually works.
You bought your wives?
No, I mean
With
like
cattle?
the courting phase. You know, you bring cattle to the family. You say, "Hey, I'm interested in your daughter," and they're like, they look at you and they're like, "Oh, you're a good man. You come from a good family. You got a good stock. We can see where this goes."
So that's the flirting phase, right?
Yeah. I mean, you get to know each other
That's-
before.
Flirt with bovine?
Okay. Because I'm like, you have all those muscles. You could just like flex or something.
Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Usually
yeah, you hang out with each other like, you know, before, but when you're like, "Hey, like, I got eyes for you. We should be a thing."
Mm-hmm.
You gotta talk to the family first.
Okay, that makes sense.
Do you have any cattle?
sorry. I got my horse, but I don't think you can take Bruce away.
I think she would like horse. We've got a lot of horses. I could give her those.
If you have some horses, yeah.
Well, yeah, we've
No,
got,
no, not
like,
our-
a
no,
bunch
not
right
our
here.
horses.
No. Crackers is staying here with me. It's not going to a beautiful lady that sings.
Yeah,
I don't think she would want crackers.
No, that's the name of my horse.
Oh,
Pap, pap.
are you planning on eating him?
Your name is literally Sithris, okay? I don't want to hear shit from you. Slice of orange.
Slice of orange.
Shit.
Citrus, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, fine. If you don't want to help me, then just keep your
I'm gonna play you in. I'm gonna play music
keep your
for
cracked
you.
horse.
I will keep.
I
my cracked,
helped you
cracked
by
horse.
helping you craft language. Listen, I may not know much, but we Alrakans, we know a lot about poetry, okay? We are a poetic bunch.
Oh, I want to hear more about that.
Oh, I should tell you. When I used to live on the caravan, we would always end up like spending the night by the oases in the outcamps, and they would tell us amazing stories. And there's this one about the Attrap, and I'm just gonna like start telling her about like the fable of the Attrap.
I'm gonna take notes.
Mhm.
It's like,
These giant scorpions are truly like terrifying. They're absolutely terrifying.
scorpions.
Mm.
I hate those. I hate those. I hate those. They're so scary. They're so scary. And you're telling me they're giant.
And the babies are still massive and very poisonous, and it's amazing.
Sithris is just like, I would very much like to go there.
You're gonna be busy in the Feywild trapping people for eternity.
No, I'm not going to stay there. I've already been. That's why I'm here. I got bored of that place.
It's actually
Cool.
pretty comforting to know that you can get us out.
Well, yes. I mean, we should be able to go back out the same way we went in. It's the way I got here.
Good.
As if we ever.
That's how doors work, Briar.
Never mind. It's
That was
okay.
a
Yep.
very good joke. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it him.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Very good point.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's right. That's how doors work.
I'm gonna offer a pat on his shoulder, on Bear's shoulder, because I'm like, yup.
Thank you. Yep.
Sithris, are we any closer to this waterfall? Have you worth?
Well, we have been moving, so that's also how movement works. You people.
I'm gonna slow my horse and go next to Stoic. I'm gonna pat his shoulder. Oh, Stoic.
How much
Okay,
further do we
Alright, but
have to
Sithris,
go?
Sithris, do you remember where we came from? We came from the meeting place.
He looks
Oh,
behind
you
you and
didn't
goes,
mean it.
back there.
You
Yeah,
didn't mean
okay.
it.
Okay, so you know how we're moving, and we're actually further away from last night.
That's true.
Like, that's how distance works.
Yes.
So we could, yes, we are moving, but we might be moving in the wrong direction, away from your waterfall.
I mean, is that where you don't want to go to the waterfall?
We do want to go to the waterfall. We just don't know where it is, and we
Right,
not-
because I do.
yes. And are we going closer to the waterfall?
Listen, Bartholomew, when you move, you don't stay in one place. And when you are going to a place, you slowly get closer to that place
Oh,
until you're there.
That's how you think traveling works? You just move until you get to the place?
Right.
yeah, that is how traveling works.
That is how. Easy, Valen. Do you want to try your hand at that one? Because I feel like everyone has to go through it.
Oh,
No. I have.
You sure? You sure? Because it's very entertaining. And I
It is
kind of want to see what you can pull out.
It is an exercise in futility, and every time that I do so, I want to bang my head against the nearest tree.
I kind of want to see it more now.
I would like to see you bang your head on a tree, Vander.
That is the wrong name.
Yes,
Well, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to him.
No, that's not his name.
Don't call me Stacy.
Okay.
It's not my name.
Just get it right. Anything but Vander.
Get it right, get it tight.
I'm pretty
Sorry.
sure I did. His name is clearly Vattel.
Yep, it is.
absolutely.
Spot on.
Another question for you there, Sithris. What's your sister's name?
Storm? Well, which
Every
one?
time. Yeah.
I have a lot of sisters.
All right, I do know that, but you always know Storm's name. It's always Storm. You never get that wrong.
Well, yeah.
But you've called each of us a different name each time you talk to us.
I don't think so.
I don't know. how to convince-
You can't trick me.
I'm not trying to.
I think you are.
Seriously, Bean, he knows who Byzine is, okay? We don't need to try and trick him.
Right.
See? Now, please take us
Listen.
to the waterfall. Quietly. Quietly.
That is where we're
Quietly,
going.
that sucks.
Quietly, says the man who has been playing a violin
and
along
we
this
kind of
journey.
need to talk over that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want some percussions with that?
Reap what you sow. I was trying to keep it to myself, brought it out. Now you have to listen.
It's gonna get better with time and practice. It's just, you have to start somewhere.
Look, I
Just,
am
well,
proud of
meanwhile,
you
we
for
need to
picking up
talk
a new
over it.
hobby. It is difficult to learn something new, and I am proud of you for trying to do it.
See, she's proud of you.
I put the violin away.
And I back up to Stoic and I whisper into his ear, Stoic, do you want to fly away?
I'm like a bird. I only fly away.
Do it.
Don't know how to answer that. Easy.
Can only end well.
I do not want to see another horse come plummeting to the ground.
I was not. I was taking care of the car myself. I was saying for him, if he wants to go off to be on his own for a minute, some alone time, that's kind too.
Listen, you already disrespected your horse by giving your horse a very unfortunate name. So don't start disrespecting everyone else's horses by dropping them from great heights.
No, Shoney the Flydergeist is perfectly fine. It's the Shoney beautiful horse face. Is an amazing name. Amazing name. Best one of all as Everwood is named Shoney.
Listen, I love Shoney the
Bonnie?
pony. I love Shoney very much.
Yes. And I
Oh no.
Oh no!
Oh no!
do you
Do it.
willingly
Do it.
take this spell?
No, you don't, because Stoic casts silence.
What does that mean?
He can't do it
No!
because there's the verbal
After
component.
I had to find it after the comment of like we had to listen to you play violin the whole time. I just cast silence and pull my violin back out.
Does it affect everyone?
Yeah, who can't talk?
It is an area of a 20-foot circle. For the duration, no sound can be created within. Pass through a 20-foot radius sphere. Connected on the point you choose, which is myself.
Okay, guys, is it worth a third level spell? The spell it? Is it worth
So if you ask
third
a
level
question,
spell slot?
always worth it. It's always worth
So
it.
if it's a verbal spell, easy, you can't cast it.
It's a verbal one. Yeah, I can't.
You can't cast it
Verbal.
within my zone of silence, and I'm just gonna like just silently play my violin. And man, I think it sounds good.
That
Yep,
means we can't
definitely,
talk.
definitely verbal.
That's
So it
we
means,
can't
wait, you
talk
can't-
to each other, right?
Oh,
Well, so long
as
as we're not
long as you're
inside that
20
bubble.
feet away from Stoic, you can.
Oh.
Well, and he was towards the back anyway with Valen. Like,
I
Yeah.
was. I just don't have to hear anybody anymore.
well, if if Stoic. Wait, I'm gonna yell Stoic, Stoic, Stoic. Can you hear me, Stoic?
You should try it
Nothing.
louder.
Nothing.
Stoic, you are the most beautiful creature I have ever seen in my entire life.
Sithris goes,
Well,
"You need to
second
get
most
out
beautiful
more."
creature.
You need
okay,
what?
Nothing.
Sithris says, "You need to get out more."
Get out more or get up more?
Get out
Out.
more.
Oh.
Listen, if you want to show me more beautiful creatures, I am entirely interested. But
Oh, you're going to.
Stoic is still very handsome.
And actually, if you're centering it on yourself, Stoic, you won't be able to hear your own playing.
I'm aware. That's why I look like I'm.
It's just a
nailing it.
flex. So, like, Asura, while he doesn't hear us, do you need some help
With what?
with that?
Oh no. I'm.
Okay, so, like, I'm gonna figure something out, but, like, I got
He's
you.
made it clear that right now he is on a journey of self-discovery and faith, and I don't want to disrupt that.
I understand those are the usual excuses, but, like, it doesn't, like, stop his journey to kind of, like, look on the side a little bit sometimes, you know?
I mean, listen, I wouldn't say no if you looked my way, but
There you go. That's more like it.
I'm also not going to force anything to happen. I already stole too much of him, and
We're not forcing anything. We're just making little blushes, little cute eyes and everything. Like, nothing too much. Nothing too much.
Jesus fucking Christ. I thank you for the assistance. I appreciate it. I'm going to let fate decide that, and
Mhm.
Stoic obviously. But
Mhm.
if I shot my shot and he turned me down. So
I think he likes you.
I think so too. He's just like, oh my god, no. Like, you know,
I just-
we
he already, and I don't
He
finish the
doesn't hear
sentence.
shit. He already was.
No, but it's to them, because in my head I'm like, he already sold his soul to one devil. Why would he sell it to another? But I don't say it out loud. I stop myself short of saying it.
He already what? Already made a move?
Asura, you are right. He is on his own journey right now. He's got a lot on his mind. I guess what I'm saying is I respect you for giving him his space, and I understand that this can be a difficult time.
I mean, they'll still be an asshole about it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Don't get me wrong.
it's Asura and Stoic. I'd expect nothing less.
I think I put too much of my energy into looking over there. Maybe I'm missing other things. I don't know.
Terrible news.
And then I start rubbing my green ring. Like I get very uncomfortable and I just
Well, that ended up awkward. That was not my plan.
Sithris reaches over and pats your hand, and he's like, "We'll help you. I've already helped Vaseline once. I can help you too."
Vaseline.
I'm
Repeat
sorry,
that
you
name
helped
again,
who?
Please.
Vaseline, him.
You
Yeah,
helped
with
him do
the-
what?
Oh,
Yeah, with
Valen!
the-
I
with the-
fucking love that nickname. Keep it.
With the
Keep
cake
it.
girl.
The cake girl?
Yeah, in the shop in the city.
Wait, I wasn't there.
Kitty?
Sure.
You did what to Kiri?
I'm so glad I'm in silence.
I mean,
Amazing.
Valen is also silenced if he's right next to
I'm
you.
still. I'm back
Oh,
there
You
with
did
Noah.
what? What exactly did you do to Kiri?
I don't remember
Scary.
exactly. We were helping helping her, together.
You were
wasn't
matching
my
them?
idea.
You made a move on Kiri without Valen's consent?
Yeah, I mean, I was just going along with what they
You
said.
see her eyes go like full red.
But didn't
Yeah,
Valen?
he just
did
goes like,
Valen-
it was
Valen's
there.
already with someone. He's employed by Lady Interest.
Can he only have
Did
one?
you do
I think
anything to
so.
Kiri while you?
Oh God, she's mad. Why are you mad?
Because you don't fuck with women like that, or anyone really, but you don't fuck with people, especially around their emotions.
Well, hold on.
I
hold
do
on,
all
we-
the time.
Oh, that's true.
Not when it comes to people's actual feelings about other people. That is not nice.
I don't understand.
It would be like me going up to Lyric and seducing her instead of letting her and you have your moment. I would manipulate the situation.
I mean, if it was funny enough, that would.
Oh, so you would like me to seduce Lyric because it's funny?
I don't think she really is into that sort of, I've never seen her act that way around satyrs and goat people, but, I suppose you're welcome to try. It's a free realm.
I have no interest in trying to seduce someone out of spite. I tried it
What
once
are you talking
against
about?
Easy and it didn't go out well.
Why are you talking about it? It wasn't
Against
my
Easy?
idea anyway. I was just following their lead.
No, what's that story?
I think you just fundamentally don't understand.
No, I'm missing story. I'm missing the scrunchiest fucking story. I have all the they killed that guy and they created uprising over there and they did this fantastic heroic thing. I want those
Shorthand,
details.
shorthand. Lord Greenwood has an assistant.
Mhm,
I noticed that Easy was making eyes at that assistant.
mhm,
I decided to follow that assistant in
Oh, yeah.
order to seduce her, so
mhm.
that I could prove a point to Easy because I was a spiteful, vindictive little child. That was before we really got to know each other. Obviously, she
work?
did not take that.
Oh.
No, she was not interested in that way.
That means Easy
So-
still has a chance.
You know.
Do you want some help, Easy?
I'm still next to Stone.
Oh yeah,
You're desperately trying to cast fly on him, but during this entire conversation.
Yes. Yes.
But can't do it. Just can't do it.
Technically, silence only lasts for 10 minutes.
I can't hear anything, right? Yeah, I can't even hear anything.
So that means Easy
and-
still has a chance.
I mean,
All is well.
if the stars align, then perchance. I don't know. I'm not
Sometimes you
making
have to
anything
be the
happen.
one that kind of aligned the stars,
I can help him with that too.
I am not a matchmaker. I do not have a good track record with love.
That's why we're going to help you. Laundry and I have got it.
Laundry. That's me. That's me. That's me,
Right.
right?
Yeah, it
Cool.
is. Mhm.
I'm noticing a pattern. We're gonna get it right eventually.
That's what names are, the patterns that you say to refer to someone.
It's nope.
Who has
They're
not
not
taught all you
patterns.
people how these basic things work?
See, the thing is that your
do you wanna
patterns
explain?
tend to change.
Do you wanna explain time again, Sithris?
It's a flat circle.
Yeah, it's like a circle with corners.
What's
A lot
this?
of things
Circle
wrong
with
in that
geometry.
one sentence. I think even Bear would have it right.
Oh, ow.
It's
Oh,
a
that's
compliment. See, you're above Sithris here.
I can explain time. Gee.
Yeah? I'm listening.
Well, I mean, like, there's time, like there's several hours in a day, 24, and yeah, and then like there's a couple of days in a month, and the sun goes around, and then it's a year, and it's time.
So when the sun goes around once, it's a year?
Yes.
That's pretty much like a day, right? Like we see the sun go.
Oh, I mean, like, sorry. I mean, like, we go around. We go around the sun.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a year. The day, you're right. The day, like, in a day, the sun will be there where it is now. Like, in a day, it'll go whoop.
I love you very much, Bear.
Well,
I want you to know that.
Thank you. You're pretty great too.
So sincere. Oh my god. Are we there yet?
Listen. Yes, no, I mean, I totally understand time. I've been here for a while now. It's like, yeah, like you said, when a month goes around the sun and, and he just starts like trying to explain this in this most, convoluted way possible. By this time, it's getting kind of closer to, it's like late afternoon.
Yep.
As you guys have been traveling for a while. And he leads you off of some of the main roads, and you're kind of following. They're still roads, but they're just kind of narrower, a little bit less traveled roads. As you make your way, past a kind of in a curvy part, like where it's a little bit more windy. Making your way past a pond. You see in front of you on the road, kind of coming into sight, about 40, 50 feet away, in front of you, you see a man, like kind of poorly dressed, with like a bit of a cut on his eyebrow and just like what looks like kind of dried blood, kind of going down his face, with a little bit of a limp, walking in front of a skeleton who is holding him at sword point as they are walking down the road toward you. And you see him sort of like, obviously a little like tired and obviously a little beat up. And you see him look up, and him and the skeleton both stop. And he says, "Hello there. Are you the Folly of the Dark Dragon?"
Ooh, should we tell him who we are? I never know if we should be honest or not.
Why do you need to know?
Skeleton?
Please, I have a message that I have to give them.
Do we recognize this person?
No.
Oh, okay.
Screw that. Do we see the skeleton?
Yeah.
Fucking sacred flame. Like, sorry guys, no hesitation.
I mean, it's behind the guy, so you could hit the guy if you miss. Just so
Yeah.
Stoic would shoot. I had to weigh it, but Stoic would shoot, man. If there's a walking skeleton, there's undead. Nope.
Oh shit.
Okay, well,
Okay. Roll an attack.
you better roll a natural 20, man.
I know,
I
right?
don't know what the adder is for 14. I think +3.
I don't know. Is it considered like half cover?
Eldritch Blast, or not Eldritch Blast, but Sacred Flame, I think, ignores cover.
I don't think so. You don't have Eldritch Blast. You're
Guiding
not
Bolt. Sorry.
No, it's talking about
Guiding
Sacred
Bolt.
Flame.
Where? Yeah, it is Sacred Flame. That's what I thought. Okay.
I'm the only one who can 100% hit somebody. And that's with Magic Missile.
But isn't it like a channel divinity thingy? Like usually it will just get the undead instead of anything that
Yeah,
is not on them?
I've got something. I'm just waiting for Stoke to throw his fireball.
The target gains no
Oh.
benefit from cover for the saving
Yeah,
throw.
you got to beat a dex.
True.
There you go.
But yes, no, he does not gain any coverage.
All right, what does he need to beat?
14 dex.
Okay. You see him do that. You unleash, and you see this like white flame suddenly appear above and strike down onto the ground, and you see the skeleton just sidestep it. And-
Missed?
Yep.
Channel divinity.
Huh?
Channel divinity.
Well, the man. So just the man. As soon as you do that, and the skeleton is still looking at the man. It doesn't look at you.
Okay.
Like it's still like holding the man at sword point, and he says, "Wait, please! I have to give you this message, please."
We should
Yeah.
hear him. Like, we should listen first.
I'm trying to save you.
I think that's how
You can
we're
tell-
gonna save him.
You
is
can
by-
just tell us the message. Just tell us the message.
I've already killed my whole village, and they should let me live to give them a message. Are you the Folly?
Just tell us the message.
Are you the Are you the right people?
We can be, yes. Fine. We can be those people.
And he kind of looks nervously at the skeleton behind him, and she said to give you a message. She said you would know who it's from. I'm sorry, hold on. I had to memorize it. She says, "Come one, come all. The time is drawing near for the climax of our tale. The final showdown of good and evil. A one-time showing at the place of crossing. This is gonna be the show of the century. And I've already gathered our audience. So in order to make sure it's great, we need to do some rehearsals. Oh, and one more thing. If you should decide not to attend the show, I'll find another much larger audience and cast somewhere else. You don't want to miss it." And as soon as he does that, the skeleton behind him falls apart. And you see him just like jump a second as he sees this. He's like, "Oh, thank the gods. Please don't hurt me. Let me go."
Come one, come all. The time has come. And did you like? What was the beginning? The time has come, but is there a time precision?
Soon.
The time is drawing near.
Drawing near at the place of crossing.
Where are you from?
From a village named Ara,
Ara?
a few miles that way.
We're not going to hurt you. No need to be afraid.
I don't know if that's correct, all things considered.
DM, do I recognize the name Ara from those documents?
Make a history check.
Can I help him?
Sure.
Because I was with him when we did all the documentation.
Is that so I get advantage on that? Is that how it works?
Yes.
Perfect. Natural 20. Thank you.
Ooh.
Let's see. On the documents, there didn't seem to be anything indicating like a presence, like a cult presence or any sort of like actual activity. There did seem to be on one part there was an arrow kind of going through it, and you saw some different towns and everything like that. You're not sure exactly what the arrow meant. There wasn't really an indication of that. It's kind of a mysterious map, but like an arrow moving through it.
Like an arrow, or like a cross?
Like an arrow.
Like which way was it pointing then?
North. So you guys have been heading. Mainly east, slightly southeast.
Okay.
And it was headed kind of like in a curve, like from the south and then curving to the west.
Basically the opposite of what we've been doing.
Sort of. You're not exactly sure exactly where you are at the moment, like relative to the map, but that's just where Ara, it just passed through Ara. But as you're sitting there thinking about this, you guys start hearing some cracks and pops in the woods, getting louder and louder, and you start hearing these heavy thuds.
Gotta move. We gotta go.
Run,
we gotta move.
Run.
Heavy, loud, and you just hear the sound of breaking branches, and just you see treetops shaking as you see these forms like just kind of like obscured by the woods, getting closer and closer, seemingly just large forms. And just as they get to the edge of the tree line, about to burst into the opening, that's where we're going to stop for the night.
Jesus.
Jesus. Left. No.
I love it. DM, just to be clear, Sylenna's with us, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought so, but she didn't talk during any of that stuff, so I just want to make sure.
Yeah, she's pretty quiet in general. Like any of the times you've been with her, she stays pretty quiet. And she's been talking with Briar, and she sort of listens. You've just never seen her be very talkative.
I guess we'll see where she's at when we come back and have a map.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Oh,
Here we go.
We're going to see what she can do now.
I know.
Maybe.
Unless we
Let me forget, we're still within the 24 hours. She has a +4 or D4.
True.
Every ability check.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So
What magic is weird.
Well, it's a spell called Ceremony. It's actually really cool. It's got a bunch of different things you can do depending on like funerals, weddings, stuff like that. One of them is a coming of age, which lasts for 24 hours, and it can only happen to a creature once.
Yeah.
So she can only benefit from it once.
I had a feeling that we were going to run into something before we made it to the Feywild. So
it's a pretty cool use of the spell, honestly. Like in the story,
yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, well timed.
I dig it. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, guys, for bearing with us with the delays and the technical stuff. And of course, thank you, Fran, for joining us again.
Having you here.
Here for the chaos.
Yep.
See what happens with this new message and what, as they make their way, trying to, this kind of home stretch, making their way to, hopefully to the Feywild for Sylenna. So we will see what happens next week.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Thanks, you,
guys.
friends.
Thanks.
Oh, I'm so
See you next week.
anxious.
Very
Bye, guys.